Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to part 21 of our Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I think it's a court day, so let's just get right into it and defend Soseki-san again. I mean, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Is it even really a crime if no one dies? Let's go. Let's continue. Oh, memoirs. Yep, a court day. Ugh, such little time. We didn't even get 2 days to, investigate. We got 1 day. Not half a day to investigate. How fast are these court cases going? Anyway, here we are, back at the Old Bailey. The Old Bailey. This place always makes me feel strange. Yeah! Welcome! Are you looking forward to this case? Because I don't think I am. I'm nervous. I know things end up fine because everyone was alive at the end, and Soseki-san gets to go home, right? But why was this scrubbed from everyone's memory? Why? Anyway, I hope you're keeping warm and dry in this wet season we're having right now. At least it's wet where I am. I don't know where you are. But wherever you are, I hope you're warm and dry. Seem to get chills down my spine and break out in a nervous sweat all at the same time. Well, didn't think I'd be back here so soon. The rain's horrendous? Yeah, right? It's absolutely bucketing down. It's raining cats and dogs. You could walk outside for half a second and come back with a goddamn shelter. That's how heavy it's raining. Oh god. Hope people in flood-prone areas are okay. Because truly, the amount of rain we've gotten this year is next level. That's my line. Soseki-san? Soseki-san. Good morning! Good morning, Mr. Natsume. It was only 2 days ago that I was declared not guilty here. Yes, we somehow managed to prove that he didn't stab Miss Green in the back. Thankfully, they moved uni online for us for this first week. Oh, that's good. That's good, because then you don't have to freaking go out and face the torrential rains. Oh, gosh. As much as I hate Zoom classes, I feel like the fact that it's now a structure that's been set up, it's pretty good. Because when things happen like this, like torrential rains, they can easily pivot to online classes. And I think that's a good thing. As much as I hate Zoom. But now this! Another morning, another murder! And here I am again in the hellhole! Can't keep coming to court! I mean, good news! Both of you victims, alleged victims, are still alive! I'm beginning to think he's right. It really does seem he's cursed. Miss Naruhodo, I'm afraid I had bad news! Oh, more bad news. Mr. Natsume, good morning. Yes, good morning. So, here we are again. Yes, again. Judicial Assistant Miss Mikotoba Esquires! What's the bad news? Oh dear, you heard, did you? God. If you come in shouting at the top of your voice, people can't help hearing what you say. Oh, I'm sorry. You've done nothing wrong, Mrs. Otto. Now what is it? Oh no, the guy isn't dead, is he? Oh, thank God. Well, it seems that the prosecution in today's trial will be led by Lord Baron Van Dykes. Him again, of course. He hates me. He hates me. That's why he keeps 1v1ing me. Well, maybe 1v1 me in the car park outside. I'll freaking show you who's boss. But yes, enjoy the relative calm of this case. Relative calm? Relative calm? A guy coming back to life is relative calm? Because it's conspiracy really deep in starting next case? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That is not good. Oh man. Van Zykes. Oh no! Oh no! So it's like you and me both. Oh no. The so-called Reaper of the Bailey, the most legendary prosecutor in the land. In the trial 2 days ago, he pursued Soseki-san and I relentlessly. Of course, by the skin of our teeth, we managed to pull through. But still... Perhaps Mr. Natsume's acquittal in the last trial wasn't the end of the matter. After all... Yes, I know what you're thinking. The legend of the Reaper that says... Nothing can save a person in the dock when Lord Van Zykes is the prosecutor. Oh no! Oh no. Even if that person is not found guilty, the accused will meet a mysterious end one way or the other. And we've experienced it firsthand. The man we successfully defended met the most terrifying end of this acquittal, right here in the Old Bailey. Gah! Do I have to put up with these ice-cold eyes boring into my soul again? Cursed by evil spirits and now by the Reaper! Pair of petrifying perils potentially! Well, if it's potentially... At least you appear to have hope, Mr. Natsume. You're welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo, Esquire. Yes? I'm innocent! You have to believe me! You're not making it easy for me to believe you, but I believe you. I mean, wait, let's quickly go. Aw, look at that guy. I love him. Victim of current case. Failed actor. Wow, this really cuts deep, doesn't it? Failed actor? Renting a room in the same building as Mr. Natsume's lodgings. William Shamsky. I don't understand ages in this game at all. How could this guy be only 46? 44. 33. 32. 34. 20. 31. Like, some people just are so baby-faced. I guess as soon as you hit 40, you get old, I guess. It's so strange. You, more than anyone now. Don't worry. I'll be your steadfast ally every step of the way in this battle. I promise! And this promises to be a hard battle, I fear. It just never makes sense in it, right? Right? Because I feel like, Barack Van Zykes is super baby-faced. Like, he looks like a... Like him and Sherlock. Like Sherlock Holmes. Like baby-faced boy. Baby-faced boy. And then these are like actual children. Like I guess he looks older with his hat on maybe. But without his hat on, he looks pretty young. You can tell me that he goes to the same school as these two. And I'd be like, yeah, that seems like it makes sense, I guess. I mean, he's younger then. I guess the stress really got to Soseki-san. Poor guy. It's alright. Well... The trial is scheduled to begin shortly. We should move into the courtroom. Let's go! Oh, yes, I forgot to say. I'm afraid he won't be able to make it. Mr. Holmes, I mean. Oh, okay. That's probably for the best. Oh. If you were here, I might be tempted to rely on his help. And that could be seen as weakness if Lord Van Zykes were to notice. He'd prey on it mercilessly. At least, that's my gut feeling. Mr. Naruhodo. You're right. Yes, you're so right. Yo, well said, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Well said. swear on this sword on my side and the spirit of Kazuma that it harbors. Kazuma! I wish he would come back. I love him so much. I'll show him what a Japanese lawyer can do. I'll set you free with honor. Oh yes! Oh, Kazuma. I hope that one day we get to unsheath the blade and also cut people like Kazuma did. I think that'll be fun. And I think everyone is allowed to commit one case of assault and crime. At least once, I think. I mean, Francesca did it all the time, and no one said anything against her.
Name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. Now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense, declare their willingness to proceed.
Then you can defend yourself in court again. No! No, I think everyone gets one free pass. Look, if I'm going to be charged with battery or anything, I won't do it. But like, I think everyone should get one free pass, right? Just let me get the sword out. I think it'll be fun. I mean, we can have a sword fight. Van Dykes and I. We both have swords. We can have a sword fight in court. It'll be fun.
I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare the willingness to proceed.
Vampire mode again.
The prosecution is ready.
Defense is ready, my lord. Oh, he's so confident. Readiness for the trial, my blooded Nipponese friend, is not what the defense needs. What you need is readiness for your inevitable defeat. Alright, fucking edgy edgelord. It's not just my imagination. It's really there. Lord Van Dykes has such an animosity towards us Japanese for some reason. Yeah. You should use one of your free passes to burn down the court. Yeah! 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 I have a passion for freaking pyrotechnics and a passion for arson. I should, alleged passion for arson. Don't use this against me in the future. But I think this court should burn down at least once, because then you get a chance to build a new court, right? A better system than this stupid ass system. It was some time ago now that he first became known as the Reaper of the Bailey, I believe. These past few years, he hasn't appeared in court at all. Yet now, he's back to the courtroom. Though for some reason, only when I'm defending, he's like fueled by racism. I feel like the British court should bend down and say, yeah, this is the British court. See, that's two strokes for the burning down cause. Like, if this court happens to burn down, I won't be sad at all. Of course, it has to be empty. I'll be sad if there's people inside. Yeah. No good people inside. Oh shit, you're right. You're tired. Oh no, are you tired today? Please rest and take it easy. This Reaper, with his curious disdain for us Japanese, is a prosecutor shrouded in mystery. Still, it isn't the time to be pondering that. I have to concentrate on Soseki-san's trial. Yeah, I guess we'll learn eventually why he's so racist.
Furthermore, I now call upon the 6 ladies and gentlemen of the jury. You have been chosen at random.
Chosen at random. I swear to God.
To represent the will of the people in this trial. Are you ready to fulfill your duty?
Are you guys seeing this? Chosen at random? This guy got chosen at random twice to be head of the jury? Yeah. Are you guys seeing this shit?
Oh my fucking god.
Oh yeah, and he is Australian because he used the word larrikin. Aye, Aussie mate. Absolutely. Oh fuck, I can't do an Australian accent. Absolutely. I had a feeling this larrikin wasn't innocent before. Fuck you. This chick again. Wait, that's 2 for 2 repeat jurors. I must say, I feel especially ruthless on days when my hat refuses to sit right. Don't take it out on us. What the fuck is wrong with you? Dang, Bruce Fairplay should buy a lottery? Yeah, right? What are the chances? What do you mean I can't do an Australian accent? We're literally... What? Like, yeah. That doesn't mean I can do accents. Wait, shit. Is my normal speaking voice just an Australian accent? Oh, bloody hell, mate. Huh. Food for thought. Wait! We know this guy as well, don't we? This guy was in the case we just did with the other Soseki-san. Fucking... Ugh. I still don't know what an Australian accent is. Yeah, right? Every single time I hear like people put on an Australian accent, it either sounds weirdly British to me, or like just strange. Then again, sometimes I meet people and I'm like, oh yeah, bloody hell, mate, that guy's an Aussie. If you know what I mean, like by the way they speak. There's a Bergen accent, and there's like the rest of us. You got the Bergen accent, and then you have the normal people. I remember once my history teacher told us in high school that accents are only ever for other people. They're never for yourself, because, you know, you never perceive foreigners in yourself, and accents are always supposed to be foreign. So even if we had an Australian accent, I guess we wouldn't know, mate, would we? Huh, fascinating. But this guy, we fucking know this guy. Well, I rather like how you're wearing your hat. Don't flirt in court, bitch. I think the ruthless look is rather fetching, actually. Oh no, this person is new. I need to be somewhere at 10 o'clock. I have a very important meeting. Let's make this quick. Isn't it like 9:40 right now? Wait, this guy again! Wait, although these people were in the previous... They barely even changed up the jury then. I couldn't agree more. Take home 5 bob tonight or the missus will go through the roof. Oh god, I don't know if you need a restraining order or not, buddy. Are you okay? Oh, may the Lord show us the light here and lead his flock to the righteous verdict. So many repeats. What the fuck's wrong with the British jury system, huh? The British jury system is so very different to our own, isn't it? It's quite extraordinary to think that the power of judgment is in the hands of 6 members of the public. 6 members of the public that they barely seem to cycle through. I think they may have misplaced the lottery or whatever system they use to pick jury members, because these fuckers, we basically know them all. The fuck is wrong with the British jury system, huh? Another judge can pass a sentence when all jurors are in agreement about the defendant's guilt. 6 citizens of London chosen at random. At least that's the idea. The prosecution will draw attention to the fact that the accused was on trial here but 2 days ago. And acquitted of all wrongdoing, I'll have you know. Accordingly, where possible, the same jurors have been asked to return for jury duty today? Doesn't that go against the whole concept of a jury system? Like, the whole point is that you're not supposed to have any, like, preconceived notions about the accused. Like, what are you guys doing? That just defeats the purpose of having an impartial juror. You can't be impartial if you're already... What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Oh my god. Wait, is that why everyone's like the same person? This feels like that time when I got 3 jury summons in a row. They just kept calling me back. Oh wait. I had a very similar experience where... like... Okay, because I really want to go on jury duty, right? I think like it'll be a fun experience. But like, they keep asking me whenever I can't do it. And like this one time where I finally had like a gap in the year that I could do jury duty, right? They called me and then they didn't choose me. The housemaid to go home. Officially time to ban down the British horse and reform it. Yes, exactly! I'm just gonna tip over the scales and run. Oh, wait. Do they have... They should have, firefighting systems by now, right? And, like, fire exits, right? Yeah, I'll just sound the alarm and then just tip that scale over and then we can all... it's a wrap, folks. We can... burn it all down and start again. I mean, it's London. Like, London's burned down like 3 times already or something. But what's another extra time, right?
Well, let's commence the trial. Lord Van Zykes, your opening statement, please.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it is not the intent of the prosecution to cast doubt over your past decision, and yet your words already allude to such doubt. Fuck you. However, the innocent verdict afforded in this eccentric Nipponese before has had dire consequences. Can I object? Hearsay? What? Did the accused repent for his wrongdoings in that affair? Far from it. Sir, we proved beyond all reasonable doubt that he had no wrongdoings in that affair. Well, he ran away from a person in need, but that's hardly a wrongdoing. Well, morally it is, but in the court of law it isn't, so. Instead, he uses freedom to perpetrate a most blood-curdling crime. Namely, that of the attempted murder of his neighboring lodger, an innocent Englishman. He's really dialing the race card up to 11, isn't he? What an asshole. To explain the circumstances of the crime, the prosecution calls its first witness to the stand. God is so extra. I can't like that about him though. The detective responsible for investigating the scene, and the accused himself. Oh, Gregson. You get Gregson back. Hey, Gregson. Hey, buddy. Witnesses. Your names and occupations, please.
Yes, sir. Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector, Scotland Yard's Homicide Division.
Technically speaking, this wasn't a homicide, so... Soseki Natsume, from the Empire of Japan. My government ordered me to come here as a student to study your language and culture.
Mr. Natsume?
Yes, my lord. Sir?
I'm quite sure I'm not mistaken that you swore an oath never to set foot in my courtroom again. I remember it as if it were yesterday, because it was yesterday. Well, the day before yesterday. Yeah, the day before, in fact, my lord. But close enough.
Believe me, this is the last place I want to be!
Inspector, let's hear from you first. Explain the case for the court. Right on you are, sir.
Bloody oath.
The incident occurred at the Guideb household, where the defendant has lodgings. In the ground floor room of the victim, Mr. William Shamsphere, the defendant has already admitted to visiting the victim on the night in question. Mr. Shamsphere collapsed in his room as a result of poisoning by strychnine, of a poison. He was found the following morning when the landlord, suspecting something was wrong, broke down the door.
Surprisingly enough, that poison, even though I failed to pronounce it, does sound familiar. It's not rat poison, is it?
This means, I presume, the door in the victim's room was locked at the time of the incident?
Correct, my lord. It was locked from the inside, making entry or exit from the room impossible.
Although the victim, Mr. Shamsphere, lives to tell the tale, he very nearly didn't. The man was halfway to heaven when we first found him. I was the first officer on the scene, my lord. I have a photographic print here that I took of the time to show how it looked.
Can you We didn't see that puddle before, did we? That puddle by the leaking gas place.
I mean, I hope it wasn't leaking gas.
But that wasn't there, was it? Or was it just water damage that I missed because the floor was so grotty? Hmm.
Yes, a chilling scene indeed. The man looks very much deceased. That's right, everyone present believed that's exactly what he was. Very well, I shall accept this photographic print as evidence for the court.
Crime scene photograph has been entered into the court record.
Now then, Mr. Natsume. Yes. As the defendant, you have anything to say at this juncture?
They're haunted. Haunted by evil spirits.
Good gracious! What's haunted?
My lodgings! There's been a whole series of strange happenings in my lodgings. The tenant before me died in mysterious circumstances. A woman was stabbed by no one on the street outside. My neighbor was poisoned. And me! What about me? I've nearly been killed countless times.
Killed, Mr. Natsume? How?
Even on that fateful night it happened, when I returned from Mr. Shamspeare's room, I lit my gas stove and climbed into bed. But before long, the stove went out, and somebody tried to kill me. Did the stove go out because of lack of oxygen? Because you haven't got good airflow? Because no window?
You must always extinguish all fires before retiring for the night, Mr. Natsume.
But it's so cold! My runny nose would freeze!
The point is, I didn't poison my neighbor.
Why am I being accused of this? Why is my existence so cursed? Oh, it's okay, buddy.
Thank you, witness. I believe I have a reasonably clear picture of events.
If I could raise one more point, my lord. One more conclusive point. Swear to God, if this is hearsay one more time.
Conclusive? Go on.
Fortunately, the victim, Mr. Shamspeare, has regained consciousness after his ordeal. And he has named the true culprit. Okay. Alright. The poison consumed by the victim was administered in the cup of tea he drank on the night in question. Tea, my lord, that was brought to the victim's room by the accused.
The accused? Good grief!
Oh, Soseki-san, you have your toesies out. In this weather? Don't get frostbite.
Oh no!
Yes, that's the crux of the whole case. If Soseki-san is innocent, then why? Why has the victim accused him? Brain-addled from lack of oxygen. From either a room or maybe, I don't know, poison? I don't know who. I'm not an expert. But you know, we can't just trust the victim's word at face value.
Well, Mr. Natsume, what have you to say for this
Hello? What have you to say to this accusation?
That evening, yes. I did take some freshly brewed tea with me when I visited Mr. Shamspeare's room as a gift. The public water pump outside always freezes at night, so I bought bottled water especially to make it. And this is the result! Never will I touch tea again! Never!
The public pump was frozen, you say? That's not information we've heard before.
That would do, thank you. Now, according to our laws, the defense must have the opportunity to cross-examine the witnesses at least once. Therefore, I call upon these witnesses now for a formal testimony. I presume the prosecution has no objection?
None whatsoever, my lord.
Good. You will give your account of the events of the night in question to the court now.
Yes, my lord! A catastrophic night indeed.
It was around 9 o'clock that evening when I visited my neighbor, and I took some tea with me as a gift. We had a heated literary debate over a nice hot drink, after which I went back to my room, around 11. My tea was completely harmless. He couldn't have locked the door behind me otherwise, could he? Does urine take some time to have some effect on the body? People don't kneel over immediately after taking it. The victim would have been perfectly able to lock the door after his guest left. The argument still stands.
Okay. Oh, that's it? Okay. Short, sweet, and to the point, I guess. Oh, bloody hell. Is there anything in here? This does have a mark on it. God.
Yes, I see. Seems all relatively straightforward.
Excuse me, but that testimony does raise one rather crucial point, I think. Mr. Natsume claims his tea to have been harmless. Presumably, though, the teacups have been examined for traces of poison. Haven't they?
Why didn't I think of that?
Real scared.
Well, as it happens, no. I haven't been able to. Wait, shit, it's because I took the teacups? Oh crap. Oops. Did I hear you correctly, Inspector? Scotland Yard has failed to examine the suspect's substance?
How could you have overlooked something so important? Isn't that the first thing you should have done?
As I said, as I tucked the teacups further into my coat. Shit. Wait, it wasn't me, was it? Oh crap. My learned Nipponese friend is falsely incensed.
Yeah, fuck you.
The inspector said Scotland Yard was unable to examine the tea, not that it was overlooked. Unable? Why? Simple enough. There was none left. Not a drop. Oh, phew, thank God. Okay, it wasn't because of me. None left, not even a drop. So it must have been very thirsty indeed.
Thirsty little boys.
With current scientific techniques, it is not possible to test it for poison under such circumstances. We only need a drop. But that one drop does actually have to exist, funny enough.
Wait, then does me having the teacups? Because there's a mark on the rim. Does that count as a drop?
Can you dilute it again? Can you dilute it again and then we can call it a drop? If we punch Samsu hard enough, he might be able to vomit it back up. I think he's been through enough. I don't think we need to assault him for evidence. And besides, his gastric juices must have done a number on the poison, right? If it's absorbed into his bloodstream to, like, affect him. I don't think we should punch him. This must have been the cup that Mr. Samspiel was drinking from then. It's stained on the inside.
Tea does that, I'm afraid. Even green tea.
Boy, do I know. All my mugs are like so horribly stained. What's that shruggy face? It's gonna suggest an act of extreme violence and then shruggy face at me?
I mean, no, that's a respectable. Respect.
Oh, really? I never noticed before.
Is it because you don't clean your cups, Renewalska? You've never noticed?
Well, I never leave it in the cup long enough to leave a mark. I like to gulp it down. Drinking tea while it's hot. That's the Japanese way, isn't it?
Oh dear, so many people seem to have the wrong idea about our culture. And most of them are Japanese! Okay, I guess that means that he left his teeth to sit up for a while. Oh, and they were pretty accurate as well, because they left a mark on the outside as well as the inside.
I have that experience too in my tea.
Shamsia would agree to be punched for the drama if we make it a part of the play.
He's a method actor, is he? Willing to go to that extra length? Oh, forsooth, Mr. Shakespeare, you must be our villain. We might punch you in the gut. For the drama, for the theatre, my good sir. And he'll be like, oh, For theater? Why, of course!
Oh no, but I feel bad. I feel like he's gone through enough. But yeah, so there isn't any tea left in the teacups, which is a shame. The lack of examination notwithstanding, it appears nothing other than the tea passed the victim's lips on the night in question. Shit.
I see. Thank you. The matter is clear. Cast your eyes over the jury, my learned friend.
What?
You can see in their faces, I'm sure, the recognition of the accused's guilt.
Also, who's that hot lady? Like, I know you don't get names, but just give me a look.
Your client's fate is all but sealed.
See, this is exactly why you shouldn't have a repeat jury. You yourself right now are outlining the fucking failure points of your own system. Fuck you.
In mere moments from now, you will lose, and your compatriot will be damned for all eternity.
He's right. I can feel all 6 of the jurors looking at daggers at me. But I can't let them beat me down. I won't.
Counsel for the defense, proceed with your cross-examination.
Okay, all 2 points I will press. Yes, my lord. The catastrophic night. It's around 9 o'clock that evening when I visited my neighbor and took some tea with me as a gift.
Hold it!
Were you and your neighbor good friends then?
No! We weren't friends! Not at all! Not at all!
Never, ever! I don't know if that helps your case.
A simple no would have sufficed.
Then, why did you decide to pay him a visit?
Mr. Shamspeare fancies himself as having a great literary knowledge. As a fellow scholar of English literature, we find much to talk about together.
Come now. No Nipponese can understand the finer points of English literature. You know, until you can read Japanese, I don't think you have any leg to stand on when it comes to criticizing other, like, literature and other literature, and people's understanding of it. So, fuck you? Fuck you. And on the night in question, that was a topic of conversation as well, I assume. It was the day of my last trial when I was acquitted. I had just arrived back at my lodgings when I ran into Mr. Shamspeare outside on the street. It was around 6 o'clock. We exchanged 1 or 2 pleasantries, but soon turned into a heated discussion. He was on his way out at the time, though, so I promised to visit his room that evening at 9 to continue our debate. But did I have ill intentions? No! Not 1, not 2, not any! Not at all! Never, ever! A simple no would have sufficed, I feel. Oh. Everyone's dragging poor Soseki-san for his drama. Then tell the court what did happen when you visited the victim's room. We had a heated literary debate over a nice hot drink. Which I went back to my room around 11. A literary debate about Shakespeare's works, I think you said, didn't you?
Shakespeare? Ah, a very worthy topic of conversation, I must say.
Oh yes, my lord. Romeo and Juliet.
Who was stronger? Who was stronger? It was a profoundly pleasurable parley.
Parlay?
Romeo and Juliet?
Who was stronger? I know I'm going to regret asking this, but how did the debate go?
Well, we both agreed that we would reach a conclusion more quickly with a reenactment. Shamspeare, you didn't. You're not actually a method actor to go that far. Was he on Juliet's side? Just like, here, let me show you. Town's poison. No way. No way, come on. So he battled it out, in a Greco-Roman style, naturally. What? Mr. Shamspeare had all sorts of costumes in his room. It's just such a contest. So when you say reenactment, you mean you were actually in costume? He was own Romeo. He as Romeo, I as Juliet. After a vigorous, wild tussle, I, as Juliet, came out on top. A victory I'll cherish forever. Okay. Wait, no. Romeo killed him. Romeo took poison because Juliet was dead, and then Juliet, coming round after her poison wore off, stabbed herself with his knife, right? So was he actually just method acting like that far? Is this what Thea kids are like? And probably. I dare not imagine the terrible scene of Carnage. Oh my gosh. You know, I think I would have paid money to see that, actually. The fact remains that it was you who prepared the tea and took it to the victim, correct? I boiled the water in my room and made a pot to take with me. I heard he was too poor to have tea himself, you see. Aww. It's true. There were no signs of any tea leaves in the man's room. I wanted to do something nice. To be friendly. Oh no, Soseki-san, I'm so sorry. Shamsia just wanted to understand the strength of Juliet, so he decided to method act. Oh my god, I swear to god, if this comes down to just Shamspeare being Shamspeare, and that's the reason why this entire mess happened, I'm gonna... God. So why is everyone looking at me with such suspicion? I feel so bad for Soseki-san. He's gonna be like so cautious against doing anything nice from now on. He doesn't deserve this. My tea was harmless! Of course it was! And do you have any basis for that statement, witness? Oh. My tea was completely harmless. He couldn't have locked the door behind me, otherwise could he? Hold it! Yes, there was not a drop of tea left in the victim's room anywhere, was there? That's correct. Anyone would think the fellow had never had a pot of tea before. Must have licked it dry. Oh, Shamspeare, honey. Which is a pity, because one drop is all we needed to analyze it for poison. And you say that you returned home to your room at 11 o'clock, Mr. Natsume? Yes, definitely. By heaven and earth, I swear it. The landlord was able to verify that, as it happens. Confirmed that the defendant went back to his room at 11 that night. And how is his landlord able to attest to this? He, said it was the lamps, I believe. The lamps, Inspector? When the tenants return to their rooms and start using gas, the lamps in the other parts of the house flicker. Yes, Mr. Garadeb seems to pay a lot of attention to the comings and goings of his tenants. There's only one key to Mr. Shamspeare's room. I know that for certain. So he must have locked the door himself, from inside his room. The victim was confined to that. Confirmed that to be the case, yes. I'm so right! My tea was harmless, completely harmless. If you take the poison, you die. Everyone knows that. That's not that simple, I'm afraid. What do you mean? The time delay. You don't keel over immediately after taking it. Hold it! Can you elaborate, sir? How long does it take for symptoms to appear then? According to the corner I was speaking at, the yard, about 30 minutes after the poison's consumed. 30 minutes? Well, if he drank the tea at the beginning, then, you know, it would have taken effect prior to Soseki-san leaving, right? Or although the green line around the rim is Mr. Natsume's. His teacup did have the line in it, which means that he did leave for a little while. But then you'd be drinking cold tea after 1.5 hours. Bruh! Cold tea. Not good. the victim suffers violent convulsions, cramping, and stiffness, and eventually dies from asphyxiation.
So there's a 30-minute interval between when the poison is ingested and the onset of symptoms. There seems to be a lot of different types of poison in the world.
That's for sure.
Oh dear. Death by poisoning again. It's always so awful.
Yeah, poison does seem to feature a lot in this game, doesn't it? Or this particular duology. I mean, first there was, what's his name? Wilson! John Wilson. There was him. And now this guy. And also recently, we saw, Brett as well was also poisoned. So those poison cases. No one just stabs people traditionally anymore. 30 minutes is a long time. Certainly long enough for the victim to have locked the door behind the accused after he left. You can't deny that! And it further degrades Sokiseki-san's alibi.
Oh, great. Medicine report.
I have the medical report from the doctor who examined the victim here, my lord. It spells it out, really. The accused is the only person who could have done it. Very well. The court will add this report to the court record as evidence.
Entered into the court record. Okay, let's see. Oh, yes, I see. Here. Delayed onset of symptoms. Let's fucking read it. Wait. Oh, here it is. Stabbing is too old-fashioned. Poisoning is a new fat thing. Oh my god, you're still dispatching your victims by stabbing? That's so, like, hands-on. Oh my god. No, poisoning is a new fat thing, girl.
Oh man. I wish. I think that would be funny as a subplot of like an Assassin's type thing. What am I even saying? God, it's been a day.
William Shakespeare. Cause of coma. Ingestion of a small quantity of stitcherin? Toxic effects present 30 minutes after ingestion. High likelihood of the substance having been mixed in the tea of the victim was drinking, but no sample could be obtained for testing. Here we go. Poisoning incident occurred at around 1:30 a.m. So Soseki-san would have been back in his room by then. Assessed from the victim's pocket watch that appears to have broken when the man collapsed on after delayed onset of symptoms. No container of poison was found in the scene.
So that does open a new question of who the fuck poisoned him. But it wasn't Soseki-san, right?
Around 1:30 a.m. He left at around 11.
Good. This is good. Great. It is great. The victim would have been perfectly able to lock the door after his guest left. The argument still stands.
Wait, can I quickly go back and present? Here it is. After which I'm back to my room around 11. Medical report. Wait, this isn't a... Wait, I'll press it still. I don't think I should present that there.
Yeah, you know, I'll press just in case. It doesn't hurt to have more information. It never hurts to have more information. The argument still stands, you say? This is what Mr. Natsume has been saying, isn't it? The pair of them drank tea together that night, so if there was poison in it, the victim wouldn't have been able to lock the door and the accused left later on. Exactly! Ugh, me and my tea are innocent! Sweet and innocent, I tell you! I'm afraid, sir, that doesn't follow. You see, stitcherin is a slow... I swear to god, I need to freaking Google how to pronounce this. Give me a fat second. Strychnine. Pronunciation. Wait, how do you pronounce it?
Strychnine.
Oh, strychnine. One more time. Oh, I won't do it again.
Strychnine.
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 Strychnine. Okay, strychnine. Okay, there we go. Boy, I was so far off. Okay, strychnine is a slow-acting poison. In other words, it takes time for the symptoms to appear. So you could have locked the room up to 30 minutes after the victim drank the tea. As long as you did that, Mr. Shamspear could have locked the door after you'd gone. But no! I drank the tea straight away! The battle over whether Romeo or Juliet was stronger. That came after the tea. Do you have any evidence to support that statement? In my great homeland, the Empire of Japan, we have a saying. Drink tea while it's hot! Sure, a proverb will satisfy the prosecution. Oh, Sasuke-san. I'm afraid there's no conclusive proof to support the defendant's assertion. On the contrary, there have been sufficient grounds to infer his guilt in this matter. No! Aww. That's the extent of the testimony, is it? If I could voice a personal opinion, Mr. Naruhodo? Of course, go ahead. Mr. Natsume is arguing for his innocence so adamantly and so persistently, yet Inspector Gregson just brushes what he says aside. It's really quite infuriating. I agree. So we need to find an inconsistency in what the inspector is saying, I think. Yeah, good thing I didn't immediately present. I'm afraid so. As things stand, the jurors are sure to find Mr. Natsume guilty. As I see it, what we need to focus on is the poison and the tea. Let's listen carefully to this testimony again. Yes. Let's go! Okay. So, okay, I think here. Because yeah, he would have been able to do that after he left, but the guest had left for too long? Like, too long? For him to have poisoned him?
Objection!
The argument still stands, you say? I think not, Inspector.
Come again?
I think you'll find that you've overlooked a very significant chronological inconsistency here.
What? What are you on about?
Gregson, you should have read this report before you gave it to me. According to this report, the victim must have consumed the poison at around 1:30 in the morning. And yet, the defendant, Mr. Natsume, left the victim's room at 11.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. There's more than 2 hours of missing time here. In other words, if there were poison in the tea that Mr. Natsume brought to the victim's room, how could the victim have fallen ill to it 2.5 full hours after the defendant left? Oh my god, they're so in sync! What? Wait, Sasuke-san, why are you surprised?
The defendant's argument is entirely reasonable. How do you respond, Lord Venzix?
You don't, because I'm right. Case over. Let's go home, guys. Just gonna watch you drink this. Pray, forgive the discourtesy if my mind has wandered.
Son of a bitch.
I was considering what cuisine would best complement the contents of my hallowed chalice in this luncheon. I'm gonna fucking end your life before this fucking luncheon, I swear to God. Why are you so rude? Why are you so goddamn rude? A man's fate is on the line here. You shouldn't be thinking of lunch. God. Brooke barely drinks any of the wine he brings to court. Yeah, because he dumps it all on the ground instead, like an asshole. Of course you barely have any time to savor it. It's just fucking secretly throwing it everywhere. Maybe he's secretly lightweight? You know what? I would like that a lot. Because imagine he got absolutely sloshed during a trial. I think I would like that a lot. That would be funny. But alas, he doesn't drink his wine, he just throws it at people. Like a dick. How could it have happened, you ask? Oh! Fuck. My god, immediately after we were just discussing the fact that he barely drinks any of the wine he brings, he just smashes it in his goddamn hand. Then why were you thinking of the pairings then if you weren't gonna drink it? Oh my god. I do hate to shatter illusions, but my Nipponese friend appears to be chasing a phantom idea. What? What are you talking about? A phantom? It is so hard to imagine the victim drank his tea after the accused had left. For example, at the time stated in the medical report. Yes, around 1:30. Oh, son of a bitch! The one with the green line around the rim. Oh, son of a bitch! God damn it! Oh. I hate it when he makes good points. No! I'm the only one in here that's allowed to make good points. God damn it! Son of a bitch.
Objection!
This is not to bother tea with him, to drink together with his neighbor. And in Japan, there's a well-known saying. Drink tea while it's hot.
Objection!
And in my country, there's an even more apt saying. There is nothing more refreshing than cold tea. Doubt? I don't know. Cold tea, love? Cold tea? In winter? Love? Are you sure? Cold tea? Fucking. The point is, there was such a long gap. There may be other ways to explain how the victim came to be poisoned. Other possibilities.
What sort of possibilities, counsel?
Maybe he was just method acting Romeo after he saw his Juliet leave. Overcome with despair, he decided to just take a tiny little bit of poison, just a teeny little bit, just to see what it would be like. Because in order to faithfully play a character, you must experience all that they experienced. That is my case. I rest my case. Thank you, Your Honor, for listening. Crap. Well, for example, the bat could have had another visitor. Oh no, that's a much better explanation than my explanation, actually. Shamsu just takes poison just to feel something. Oh my god. It's to chase that high. He's like, yes, poison. God. Oh, I hope Shamsu is okay. I wish we'd talk to him. I feel like he'll be an excellent witness to have in the stand, just because he's so, like, fun, you know? I hope he comes in. At the same time, I hope he doesn't come in, because he's probably gonna be like, yep, it's that guy, that Japanese man, he poisoned me. Which would be bad for our case. Another visitor? That's a very bold assertion, my learned friend. From someone who has nothing to substantiate it. Yeah, well, do you have something to substantiate your claim? Actually, I do, so shit. Or the victim could have taken the poison of his own volition! Yeah, exactly! Ryunosuke gets us. He gets us.
Mr. Suggesting this may have been a suicide, counsel?
Oh, not so far as to say suicide. I'm just saying it could have just been, you know, for funsies.
Objection!
Mr. Shakespeare categorically denies suicide. No, but like for funsies, and then he denied it later on because he felt, you know, embarrassed, embarrassed that he did something so stupid. The idea can and must be discounted.
Objection!
Oh, but he could be lying. Oh, okay.
Is something wrong, Lord Van Sykes? I was listening to the sound of the carriage pulling up outside the courtroom.
Huh?
Pray, forgive the discourtesy. No, you're not forgiven. Wait, yeah, carriage? What carriage? Wait. It would seem... the witness? Wait, do we actually get to... Oh, wait, no, shit. I jinxed it. No, please. It would seem that a key player in this case has just arrived. Hold it!
Eh?
Out, out. Brief candle, life is but a walking shadow. Oh my fucking god. A ball player that struts and fets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. 'Tis a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Oh my gosh! No, I jinxed it! Oh no, is correct. I jinxed it. Oh, gosh.
You know, sometimes it hurts being so correct all the time. I take it back. God, I should watch my words more carefully. I swear, every single time, I'm like, haha, what if X? And then it happens, it always happens to my detriment.
Who, sir, are you?
Oh. William Shakespeare, my lord. Alas, 'twas I undone by these bitter events. I am the victim. What?
What's he doing here? Oh my god, he has silly jester shoes as well. The prosecution seeks to call this gentleman to the stand. With his testimony, my learned friend's futile resistance will be utterly crushed. You're calling him as a witness. Very well, counsel. Grant your request with interest. I'm curious to discover what the court shall hear from the victim himself.
My subjects. Happy I am, Shakespeare, to regale thee with tales of my world, my lord.
But I still have my own tale to tell. My own tale of woe. Worse woe. I could regale the court with a tale of my perfect innocence in perfect English. That will do, Mr. Natsume. Let the court now hear from the victim.
Okay, that scream came out a little bit weird. Wait, eh? Who the fuck is that? No, go back. Who the fuck was that?
Alright, so that's Mr. Shakespeare.
Who the fuck is that? Other man beside him. Did they just let anyone understand? What the hell's going on? Yes, I feel sure that we caught a glimpse of that man before. Yeah, he was the one that fled when we were looking from the outside in for Mr. Shakespeare's window, and the whole soap thing. He fled from us, and prior to that, I think he was in a fight or some verbal altercation with Mr. Shakespeare. I mean, we caught the tail end of it when we were investigating along the what's it called again? Briar Street? So he's sus, but like, what's he doing here? Wait, so they're both witnesses? What the fuck? What game are you playing, Van Sykes?
State your names and occupation for the court, please. Witnesses.
Ah, a writer of words so sweet they do scent the breeze, an inventor of ideas so profound they compose the earth. An unrivaled poet and matched scribe, William Shakespeare. Were the great bard to be called to life anew, lo, what a magnificent man! Good fellows, I am he who ponders such a miracle, William Shakespeare.
Oh, name's Meterman? Adron B. Meterman?
Meterman? Like a gas guy?
Because everyone's suffering from gas poisoning?
Meterman? Adron B? Adron B Meterman. Adron B, Adron B, Adron B. Wonder if that's a pun somewhere. I just can't figure it out yet. Adron B. Eh?
I work for the Almont Gas Company, East End Branch Office.
Ah, I remember now. It was yesterday, on Briar Road.
Oh, yeah, she's right, that's him.
Yeah, he ran away from us.
Oh, what's this?
What's the man doing over there? He looks like he's trying to see into Soseki-san's lodgings. Is something wrong, Miss Naruhodo? Excuse me, can we have a word?
Eh? Ah!
I love how he struck a pose before running. Just to be a little bit extra. Yes, we spotted him outside Mr. Garadeb's house that morning. And he was a gas company employee? What does he have to do with the case?
Oh, Mr. William Shakespeare? You are the victim in this miserable affair, correct?
Oh heaven, oh hell! Do you command me to remember? That sweet poison that discrusts me and crushed mine innocent lips.
I subpoenaed him for the trial, with his doctor's permission, naturally.
Hearing the testimony of the aggrieved will remove any room for doubt in the juror's mind, I'm sure. Behold, you have only to rearrange the letters of my name to see that me's a seraph, an angel indeed.
Me's a seraph? But that's not all the letters of William Shakespeare. Wait, is this only Shakespeare rearranged?
Me's oh, I guess it is. Shakespeare, me's a seraph, an angel indeed.
Okay.
Thus I be noble of the mind, sweet of nature, and verily honest of heart, as all heavenly angels be.
Because there isn't a less contrived meaning in your name. No, not at all. Better anagram than Voldemort, I guess. Yeah, at least he kept to one language, right? Oh, Shams spear. Nothing sus here. Me's a seraph only.
The jurors seem very moved by this man, I'm afraid.
They're actually taking this seraph anagram idea seriously? Thank you, witnesses, for your illuminating introductions.
I would like to headcanon that Shamsia chose his own name to make that anagram and to admit that he's a fifth-rate Shakespeare.
Yeah, because it's too perfect otherwise, right? Shakespeare? A Shakespeare, I guess he's not really a reenactor, or like a reenactor or fan. It's too perfect, right?
Me's a seraph.
Shakespeare. God. You know what? I'll accept that headcanon. I'll incorporate that into my belief system. Shakespeare, a self-chosen name. William Shakespeare. Me's a seraph. Oh god. But my lord. What's the man next to Mr. Shakespeare doing? The gas man, I mean. What? Me? Well, now... Allow me to enlighten my learned friend. You recall, I presume, your earlier impertinence? No? What did I say?
When you suggested that the victim had another visitor to his room on the night in question.
And moreover, that the victim is a compulsive liar.
A what? No, I didn't quite say that. This young chin-stroker here is to controversial wild claims conclusively. Is that not so, Mr. Meterman?
Huh? Hang on, no, I'm just here.
What does he think he's here for?
I hereby call your formal testimonies. You will tell the court as lucidly as possible what happened on the night in question.
I doubt Mr. Shamsi will take anything lucidly. One may smile and become a villain. Yes, it doth pain me, but let the truth be spoken. The truth of that wintry night of my discontent.
Oh my god, I do love him though. I am very happy we get to talk to him. Look at him.
Oh, the wintry night of my discontent. The snow lay about. My neighbor did cometh in the evening, bearing a gift of tea. But merry, better was his drink, and when he left, I did fall prostrate on my table. 'Twas the tea alone did pass my lips that late hour, naught else.
I was outside the bloke's... Why? I was like, why? I was outside this bloke's window in the freezing cold all night, keeping an eye on his room. No one else visited his room in that short while but the round-backed Eastern fella.
The window was boarded up, so how could you see unless you were peeking through that peephole that we found? And B,
yo, what the fuck? What did you say? You were keeping an eye on Mr. Shamspeare's room all night? That's right. Of course, the bloke's window's all but blocked up, isn't it? There's a little gap in the bricks where you can see into the room. Peeping Tom much? So I spent the night trying to keep my teeth from chattering as I peer through that. The question is, sir, why? Ah! Well now, it's because he's on my list!
what a piece of work is a man, wherefore else thou not stare in wonderment?
What are you talking about?
This buzzing busybody hath not part in this play. I pray thee, pay him no heed. Make no more ado about his tedious words.
Oh, when he leans over like that, he looks like he's in a bee costume. That's so cute. What'd you say about me?
Calm yourself. The court is concerned with what happened on the night in question. Nothing more.
When we're not gonna question why he has a stalker and whether or not the stalker has ill intent? No? Okay. Indeed, that is so. Alright. I mean, who needs context, right? Who needs context at all? Oh my god. And as the testimony we have just heard clearly reveals, there was no one other than the accused present at the time who could have carried out this crime.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, I believe this may be the final testimony of this trial. Now, counsel, defense may proceed with the cross-examination. Yes, my lord.
Ah. Alright. I really... Wait. Did this change? Oh, what is it, Mr. Naruhodo? This bar of soap. When we first found it, I could have yeah! Did something fall out? I could have sworn there was some sort of round disc in this depression just here. A reddish one. Yes, you're right. I remember it too. But now the depression is completely empty. Where could a disc have gone? Yeah, right? Where's the red thing? The fuck? Eh? Now I'm confused. I was gonna say, oh, I wish we could pry out the thing that's stuck in the bar soap. Maybe it's connected to the meter guy, but but it's just gone. It's just gone. What? Huh? Okay. Oh. And we still have the scrap of envelope, I guess. Whoever opened this envelope didn't bother with letter opener or scissors, did they? Yes, whoever opened it was clearly someone with an unrefined temperament. And judging from the angle of the rip here, the person in question must have been right-handed. Ah, Sasato's so smart.
It's Sasato!
I think perhaps someone's been reading too much of the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. You could never read too much of it, Miss Naruhodo. Never! Ultimate fangirl. But she learned something, I guess. But we can't get anything else from there. Magnifying glass. I'm just really perplexed about the whole soap thing. What the hell? Oh, I can't see the people. Okay, I'll just stop pressing then.
Hold it!
Anyways, let's start pressing.
Press. To be clear, by neighbor, you are referring to the defendant, Mr. Natsume.
Oh!
Oh, indeed, sire. Perchance that's what that I call him, the man from upstairs.
And at what time did the mustachioed Nipponese visit you in your room?
Our meeting was promised for the hour of 9, and lo, did he come, a tenderer of a gift of fragrant tea.
Details of which are in accordance with the defendant's own testimony? Yes.
And we were broiled in such literary debate as history hath not seen before.
By which I presume he means
their discussion about who was stronger, Romeo or Juliet. I, Shamsia, did play the part of young Romeo, whilst my neighbour played the fair Juliet. Each of us dresses as thou character be, to bring weight upon our merry experiment.
I dare not imagine the scene.
Frailty, thy name is woman. Canst thou imagine how dismayed I was? Yes, I heard the Eastern art of jujitsu.
Holy shit, they actually had a PvP throwdown! Romeo vs Juliet, but it's a cage match. Oh my god.
But ne'er did I dream 'twas be the skill practiced by the comely maiden.
Juliet beat Romeo up? This is not helping our case.
I believe the court has heard enough about your
earth-shattering literary debate.
Perhaps you could reiterate your statement about the tea that the accused brought to your room? My liege, I am thy servant. Gladly I'll do thy bidding. But merry, bitter was his drink. When he left, I did fall prostrate on my table.
Hold it!
So when did you drink? Yeah. Let me hold you right there. Mr. Natsume left your room at 11 o'clock, but it wasn't until after 2 that the poison made you collapse. That amounts to more than 3 hours of missing time.
Okay.
Sashay away, my darling. If the defendant had really put the poison into your tea, that 3-hour window of time is something you're gonna have to explain. Oh, gladly. 'Tis an easy task.
But what?
I did drink the tea, not while my guest did tarry, but after he took leave of me. Faith, 'twas stone cold, but at a 1 hour post midnight, verily were my lips parched. 1 hour post midnight at half an hour shit.
Objection!
That doesn't sound normal. Nay, 'twas quite ordinary, sire. After all, thou would recall our fiery debate. Amidst such an argument, there's no time for fiery tea.
Romeo and Juliet again. And who was stronger? Mr. Shamsfield, in summary, allow me to confirm.
Did you not come here with the intention of naming your attacker? No, but of course, my liege. 'Twas the stooped lover of words did attempt to shuffle me off this mortal coil.
We all know what that means.
Okay, shit, this sucks for us, actually. 'Twas the tea alone that did pass my lips at that late hour. Naught else.
Hold it!
So, you didn't have any kind of evening meal? Dinner? Supper? Ha! Fire on luxury, fire on gluttony. To eat thrice a day is but a waste of time. Sorry? I would have that my belly were full. No more often the sun doth rise. Oh, so you eat one meal per day. He came to court to achieve his dreams of performing since he can't find any jobs. He's like, oh, if the theatre won't come to me, I shall go to the theatre. The court it shall be. He truly is the court jester right now. Oh god, I love him for it, but like, that's my job.
Oh, most heroic eating habits, I must say.
Night and day I do fill my hours with learned study of the great bard and playwright. I mean, don't you pronounce things to say? Hence, it is there doth naught in my chamber, be it the costumes of mine art. That would appear to be the case, even a rodent was found starved to death in your room. Now that I think of it, it's not just spoon. It's not spoon. It's not just food that was conspicuously missing from that room, is it? I don't recall seeing a single play or script anywhere. For I have devoured them all. Sir, I don't think that's supposed to be, quite literal. Literary, sure, but not literal. You've eaten them? Every word be within my skull. Didst thou imagine otherwise? I mean, if you ate them, it'd hardly be in your skull. It'd be more in your stomach now, wouldn't it? Right, that wasn't misleading at all. Now, could you turn around, do you think? Which brings us to the conclusion that only the poison could have passed the victim's lips. Is in the tea. Okay, now comes to the interesting part of what the fuck is this guy? But the windows of the house have all been filled in. A historical artifact of the now defunct window tax.
Yeah, right there, all bricked up horribly. But as it happens, there's a little part of the brickwork in the bottom corner has been opened up. Looking through the gap.
Yes, there's a few bricks loose went there. And we found soap in there. And as for some strange reason, a couple of bars of soap lined up on the ledge outside as well.
I don't like going around poking my chin in other people's business. Especially on freezing cold nights. But that's my orders. That's what I keep doing. As long as there's breath in my body.
What's with all the theatricals today? Out of interest, Mr. Biederman, after the accused had left and returned to his own lodgings, did you see the victim leave the room at all?
No! He never left. He was in that room the whole time as far as I'm concerned.
And we can therefore discount the possibility of suicide. Shit. How can you be sure of that? Dude has no work-life balance, Sag. Yeah, truly. Like, your work tells you to spy on people, and you do it without question? Surely, you taking the whole busy bee thing to a far too grand of a level, I think. Oh, poor guy.
The police carried out thorough
investigation of the scene and found no receptacle of poison. Maybe he ate it. And since we know the victim didn't leave his room, and hence didn't dispose of the poison's container himself. I mean, what if it was in a pill or something? It's clear that this was no attempted suicide. Only the culprit could have removed the receptacle.
Ah, yes. Lucidly explained, Counsel. Thank you.
It really was. You can't argue with that logic. I mean, you should try. This is real scared. You should try. Oh dear. I hear it's bucketing down again outside. Rain, rain, go away.
Hold it!
Come back here another day. You say short, little, brown-backed Eastern fella. So you can't be sure it was the defendant then?
Objection!
How many other short little round-backed Nipponese with a mustache do you think there are in London?
I mean, you never know.
Oh, of course, it's only a narrow gap and it was quite dark, so I didn't notice the mustache. They showed up around 9, so I'm pretty sure of it myself.
And when the person you saw arrived, did he and Mr. Shamspeare drink tea together?
Nah, sorry. I couldn't say.
Why not?
Because I couldn't see into the room that well, could I? What I did see, the silhouette of a little round-backed fella, wearing a pretty dress.
Ah, yes, Juliet.
And the pair of them started some kind of a wrestling match. I'll tell you, I didn't know what to make of it.
I would have paid to see that, I think.
I mean, who doesn't want to watch a Romeo vs. Juliet cage match? In cosplay, too.
I suppose. That was the Romeo and Juliet championship battle getting underway.
Mr. Meaderman, allow me to confirm one final time. Apart from the accused, can you state with certainty that no one else visited the victim in the night in question? No question! Gas man's honor!
Who? Huh?
Bruce? What? Huh? What are you? Huh? What are you objecting to? Oh, fuck, no, No, you're not gonna say, oh, I'm ready to vote. Fucking. My lord? Goodness me, yes, Mr. Foreman. I've kept my mouth shut and listened up till now, but it's gone long enough. Are you all with me?
Yes! Okay, guys. Again, have you considered that for once we should listen to all the evidence before drawing conclusions? Just once, I would like everyone just to keep their pretty little mouth shut and their little tushes sat in those cushions until I can finish cross-examining and getting all the evidence out. Just one time, please.
Are we to understand that you ladies and gentlemen of the jury are in agreement with one another? That you've reached an unanimous decision? To right we have! Are you all with me?
Yes!
Wait, no! The defense is in the middle of cross-examination! To be honest, I was holding out a bit of hope for you, young man.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, no, if you're truly... Keep holding! Keep holding! Especially after you identify those few hours that followed the accused leaving the victim's room.
Yes, the 3 missing hours, as you put it.
But in the end, what difference do they make? None as far as I can see.
And since it is now apparent, there's really no reason to delay our decision any longer.
Like I was saying before, if you don't take 5 bob home with you tonight, the missus will blow her top.
What's that? Sorry? I didn't quite catch what you were saying.
How the Jews even communicate across a long table? They're playing Chinese whispers during the trial? I can only imagine that's the only way, right?
Especially that poor guy at the end. Can you imagine Bruce Flair just like sticking his neck over and be like, "Hey guys, we're ready to vote now. Are you ready?" And the guy at the end be like, "Oh, like in the middle of court." God, guys, maybe if we stop whispering with one another and listen to what I have to say, we could come to the right conclusion the first time instead of doing this whole farce with the what's it called again? Summation examination. Blah.
Very well. Let the court be apprised of your decisions. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will state your leanings as to the defendant's culpability.
Guilty.
Fuck you.
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 Guilty.
And fuck you too, man. Okay. All of you?
Well, it would appear the jury is indeed unanimous.
Fuck you too. Why do you get wine? I feel like I'm the one who needs wine. God. I need a bottle of wine to get me through this goddamn farce. So this time at least, it seems justice will be done. All's well that ends well, as they say. This calls for a toast, I feel. To the guilty being punished. Ugh. Get up, Mr. Naruhodo, please. The trial isn't over yet. What do you mean, Mrs. Sato? About the information I found in the Encyclopedia of British Law I have. The obscure right that belongs to the defense in these situations. Remember? I'm really glad they have these kind of mini tutorials in case you didn't play the first game, so you won't be completely lost. But at the same time, I'm like, canonically, real scared. You were in court like the day before yesterday. Summation examination. Yes, that's right. We don't have a jury in Japanese courts, of course, but here in British Court of Law, we can reserve we can reverse the decisions of a majority of the jurors. We can force a trial to continue. You can really hear the court in an uproar today. They're really mouthing off. The trial can't end now. We have to keep going. Whatever it takes. Can't just let it happen. Yes! Yes! The defense moves to invoke its right to a summation examination, my lord. Why am I not surprised at my murdered Nipponese friend's inability to admit defeat? You choose to cling desperately to some archaic rule you barely comprehend, instead of accepting the truth. Mate, you saw firsthand how this archaic rule saved people's asses, like, from like a false verdict, like not several times. In this point, it would be like once. Once, because the other time with McGilden might have been justified, okay? But like, you know, still, it has its purposes, it has its uses.
Certainly, no other defense counsel in recent times has exercised the right to a summation examination.
Well, maybe they should, especially if people keep jumping the gun here with decisions. Because they all know that once the jury's mind is set, it cannot be altered.
Nevertheless, the right remains and must be upheld.
Baroque should bend the court down for you so you can reform it without the summation examination. You know, I think Baroque and I both want legal reform, but like in different directions. No, but he's so right in that there should be a reform, but he's so wrong in like as to like what for, and as to where. Just move it so that jurors can only make a decision at the very end, and then we won't have a need for a summation examination. See, Baroque, mate, we're aligned. We should work together. Ugh.
The defense counsel request is granted. The court will proceed with the summation examination, as outlined in the Encyclopedia of British Law.
Thank you, my lord.
Are you and your fellows prepared, Mr. Foreman? Believe me, my lord. I know all about this young lad's tenacity. And we're ready for it!
Ugh.
Very well. In that case, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I hereby call upon each of you. State the grounds upon which you find the defendant guilty of the crime for which he stands accused.
That is nuts. The jury's contentions. Also, it's really weird. I'm drinking this can of Pepsi Max right now. Pepsi Max, and it tastes a bit like soap. Like, I don't think that's normal. Maybe it's just got soap on the mind. Because where the hell did that thing go? Soap on the mind.
Victor may not be well off, but he's a noble man and straight up. There's no reason to doubt the man.
I mean, he's an actor. Can you trust any actors? Well, I do declare the good gentleman has no reason to lie. In fact, I think it's rather splendid.
You didn't take a bite out of the soup again, did you?
No! That was one time, and I didn't eat it.
Oh my god. That's just gonna come back and haunt me forever, right? I knew I should have made that admission.
It was one time, and for texture purposes. Okay. I don't know, it's just this. It tastes a bit soapy. Yeah, soap tastes bad. And cause I don't personally my favorite like carbonated beverage is like lemonade, like solo lemonade, and then Pepsi Max. Like I like the weird artificial taste it has. But like this can I have in particular is strange. It has like a bit of a weird soapy aftertaste, and I can't explain it because this was like a new can. Like I opened it today, but it's I don't know. Well, if I die, you guys know what killed me. So please file a lawsuit on my behalf. If I shall perish. I'm sure PepsiCo can afford it. They own like everything. Just look at that cues by comparison.
Oh god. Fucking racism 101.
He's Japanese, stoops all the while, and has a mustache. Very fishy. Well, I'll tell you what's fucking fishy. Your micro bangs. That's what's fishy. Micro bangs with one side of your goddamn head, huh? What are you hiding, huh? There's no evidence to suggest the gangly actor is a fraudsman. For now, at least.
Ah! I really don't care, like. Just need this trial to end quickly.
That's the worst reason that you could give, mate.
3 hours of missing time.
There's nothing when you reach my age, you know?
Nothing at all.
I mean, shouldn't it be the opposite? Because you have less time remaining? Shouldn't missing time be more important?
I knew it. Every single one of them seems completely convinced.
It would seem that all the jurors have come to the conclusion that Mr. Shakespeare is a fine, upstanding, and honest citizen.
If you ask me, they've all been bewitched by his strange theatrical movements.
Like I was bewitched by Egbert's. Oh, sorry. Ashley Graydon's?
Bewitching movements. Theatrical movements. So I understand where they're coming from. Because if you dance to, like, at me, I too would be like, oh, what a fine, upstanding young man. Oh no.
Sadly, nothing Mr. Natsume has said appears to have registered at all.
Well, here goes.
Let's not forget, I pleaded with the jury on Soseki-san's behalf before, and it worked. So you never know. Before we begin, it might be an idea for me to remind you exactly how the submission examination works, Mr. Naruhodo. Sasato, my dear, that should be quite alright. I'm quite fine. Yes, I may be new, but I got this. No worries, no worries. B. No, I don't. Can't I skip this? No need. There we go. Thank you for the kind offer, Mrs. Sato. But I've been through plenty of summation examinations already now. I think it's important that we don't delay the start any longer than necessary. So all Baroque needs to do is to be forgiven, to swing his arms and shake his hips. And shakes his hips a bit. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh, if he would shake his hips at me, I would be his #1 fan. I'd be like, oh, Baroque, sweetheart. You're so logical and amazing. Please speak more. Hell, remember when he first slammed his stupid little shoe onto the table? For a split second, I was bewitched. I was like, oh my god, this man. Oh my gosh. No, I won't fall for that again. But if he swung his hips, maybe. You went into a catatonic shock for like a whole minute? Yeah. What can I say? I'm weak. I'm a weak person, okay? I'm a weak person. I'm not a person of a particular internal strength. You show some physical dexterity and I am all over on the ground. I am a puddle on the floor. Oh man. Gosh. You know what? Oh gosh, I don't know if they gave him any new animations for this game, but I sure hope they did. Oh, to see Baroque shake his hips, I would pay so much money for that. Of course, I understand. I'm quite sure you're right. If you're confused by anything at any point, you can turn to me for advice whenever you like. I'll be here for you, and I'll be here for you, Sasata. I miss her. The key to this is really listening carefully to each juror's statement, finding two are contradictory and pitting them against each other.
Without further ado, please, counsel, proceed with the summation examination.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Yes, my lord.
Okay. Full body!
I love how in the background he's just like... Like, doesn't his mouth get tired? Like, my mouth is tired. Oh my gosh.
Nobleman is straight up. So I guess we really have to drag his character through the mud if we're to get the jurors on our side. I think we'll have to press because I don't think we have any evidence as of now to really say the otherwise, right? Failed actor. Yeah, we haven't got any evidence otherwise. So let's just press everyone and hope we get something new. Well, there are plenty of people in London who seem noble but poor.
Couldn't some of them also be liars?
No doubt about it. Like that shaky client of yours, for example. Absolutely not. Mr. Lutz is no liar. Look, point is, the only thing that passed the victim's lips that night was the Japanese man's tea. Put that to the gas man's testimony into account, as well as the truth. The truth couldn't be any clearer. Well, that's alarmingly logical. Well, let me be frank here. I'm a gentleman, with a gentleman's values. If it turns out the old Shakespearean chum is a rotten liar after all, I'd gladly change my decision about the defendant. And I'm sure my fellow gentlemen of the jury will do the same. Isn't that right? Well, yes, perhaps, though I don't see it happening.
Huh? What was that? Elderly gent on the end here, you know? You'll have to speak up!
Look, I really don't care about this nonsense. I just need this trial to be over. Couldn't you just said no? to jury duty? How many gentlemen do we actually have on the jury then? Alright, so I may hold you to that. Don't forget what you said. Okay, so truly, raking this guy's character through the mud is key to this whole thing. Because, yeah, that's her opinion as well.
Are you saying that you believe a man to be trustworthy because he's rather splendid?
No, that's not what I said. The point is, the man is the victim here. What reason would he have to lie? And yes, he is rather splendid.
So you say, yet again.
Meanwhile, the man who stands accused behaves so suspiciously. It's exhausting to look at him. I'm afraid he's not splendid at all.
Splendid logic there, madame. Thank you so much.
Just look at this. Accuses his Japanese, stoops all the while, and his mustache. Very fishy.
No, not one of those things is a reason to find the man guilty.
Thank you, Renosuke. But he is fishy. There's no point dancing around that fact. He's Japanese, he has a mustache, and he stoops.
I mean, yeah, you can find a man fishy, but not for those particular points. I think it's more his attitude of always looking over his back that makes him seem fishy, rather than, you know, his race and his appearance.
You see, you arrived at a conclusion in just 3 steps. 3 steps. Like a waltz, in fact. Ah, the 3-step waltz. My favorite waltz. You know, the more I think about it, the more this trial seems like a dance.
Okay. You seem to be several steps ahead of yourself, though. And you're on the wrong foot.
No! There's nothing but circumstantial evidence here. There's no actual proof of the defendant's guilt. But the victim's versions of events are backed up by the big chin man next to him says, isn't it? 1, saw the Japanese man here. 2, saw no one else. And 3, you saw the Japanese man there. Oh.
That's another 3 steps. 2 of those steps are the same steps, my dude. Oh, this does really seem more like a waltz, doesn't it?
Yeah, and you're letting the goddamn truth waltz right past you, bitch.
Right, and the oh my gosh, and the prosecution will waltz his way to victory if he let you speak much more.
There's no evidence to suggest the gangly actor is a fraudsman. For now, at least.
Hold it!
A fraudsman? What do you mean by that, ma'am? A liar? Soseki Japanese. Japan has sushi. Sushi is fish.
Soseki is fishy. Ah, shit, irrefutable logic. How can I argue with that? Oh no! Soseki is indeed fishy because it's Japanese. Alas, my case has fallen apart. The code has been cracked, yeah!
Ah, God. It's really frustrating that I'm not getting anything more from pressing. I feel like it really is the most tiresome problem for the company. Most irritating. We can be absolutely certain that a customer is stealing from us. But without hard evidence, we can't even threaten to take action for fear of being sued. Wait, is she here?
To like, because she's also related to the case? Is this gonna be like in the not this last case, but in our last case, where like everyone just happened to have like something like related to the case was on the jury. Was on the jury. What? Wait, so was okay? Tell me more. Tell me more about this. Is Mr. Shamspiel stealing? I'm sorry, you lost me a little there. Who are you?
I'm the wife of Augustus Altamont, owner of the Altamont Gas Company.
Oh, is Mr. Shamspiel stealing gas? Good gracious! Altamont gas, you say?
Gas is the future of energy in this country and around the globe, but proper handling is essential. As I'm sure our employee from the Far East... Oh, sorry, not Far East, my bad. From the East End branch office would be the first to agree.
Absolutely, Lady Quimby! Gotta be used properly! Altamont gas is the best in the world, of course!
I think we may have solved the mystery of the bow from earlier, Mr. Naruhodo.
Right, he bowed in deference to the employee's wife. To his employer's wife, did he? Oh, so would I be right in assuming
that the reason Mr. Meterman was watching that Mr. Shamsiel was up to it in his room. I'm afraid there's no end to the lengths of the population the East End will go in order to steal our gas. So I really have no choice when the company identifies someone as a possible fraudsman, but to dispatch a worker to watch the suspect day and night. We're very thorough in our investigations. So you mean Mr. Shamsiel is... I wouldn't out and say it in public. Oh, she's a queen bee! She's a bee theme as well. But you can finish that sentence with grubby little gas thief. You have noticed the public gallery in here, have you? The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen. Faith, wouldst not thou wound me with thy words, were I to let them penetrate the skin? But seraphs hear not insults, only choirs of angel in song. We may not have evidence yet. My workers won't stop buzzing around you until they find it. And when they do, you'll find yourself blasted back to your angelic heights in an ultimate gas explosion. So Mr. Shamsiel has been stealing gas. I wonder, Juror number 4, if you wouldn't mind adding that information to your statement? My pleasure. Was the bit about ripping the thief apart you enjoyed? A little bit before that, about abject violence, if that's not too much trouble. Yes, of course. This could be it. This could shift the balance. Yeah, if I could prove that he's a fraudster, then the others would. The victim puts on a fine performance, but in reality, he's a common thief of my company's gas. Should I pit? I'll pit later, just in case there's more. Wait, should I?
Hold it!
Yeah, I'll keep pressing. You keep talking about need to take home some money. What's all that about, sir? Finish last. Finish last? That's what it's all about. What? What's that?
Talk about the Derby at Hyde Park, aren't I? It's Queen's Cup last week, isn't it?
Finish that a derby?
Did you bet on a horse and lose? It's a dead sir. That's the thing. I couldn't lose.
Man. Wait, is this why your wife's been abusing you? Because you took her secret savings?
So I took my wife's secret savings, like. But then that hopeless old mare went and did the unthinkable. Ah, that stupid Finnish lass.
Oh dear. I think it's clear what happened, isn't it? You know, suddenly I don't blame the missus as much for throwing her knife at you.
This day, the missus used her trippings. Wait, this is the day the missus uses her savings for a trip down the pub. So come on, let the business lie now. Just give it up.
No, that's not going to happen. Holy shit.
3 hours of missing time is nothing when you reach my age, you know? Nothing at all.
Okay. Wait, can I pit? Pit. Oh, wait, Victor's a liar. I guess he hasn't lied. Wait, let me just quickly press this to see if I can get any more information. It's a bold claim. How can you be so sure? It's really very simple. Noble lady of gas, I pray thee, hold thy tongue.
I beg your pardon?
Hath that rank-odoured air that doth our darkness illuminate any place in this assembly? Nay, 'tis of sole import here that someone would extinguish the light of mine own life.
I love the body roll he does.
Verily, I ne'er recall stealing thy gas, but pray, let the matter rest till anon.
Why, you little... Beg your pardon, my lady. Might I suggest you don't say any more at this stage?
For fear of liability of being sued?
You need hard evidence first. I keep secretly watching the bloke. I'll get him in the end. He'll slip up.
I love how they're like, oh, no. We don't want to get ourselves into any defamation cases. But privacy cases? Privacy laws? They don't exist yet. Do you think maybe that secret's out of the bag?
Huh. Oh, this is so frustrating.
Okay. I guess we should hit now.
Objection.
This feels bad though. I think I'm gonna get penalized. These two statements clearly contradict each other.
Good gracious! Which statements do you confirm, counsel?
Juror number 1.
Eh? What are you yelling about, lad?
I presume you heard juror number 4's statement. Oh, wait, no, this is good. Made by the wife of the owner of Altamont Gas.
Well, yes.
The victim, who you claim to be a noble, straight-up man, is in fact, turns out to be, a common thief.
Good lady says, but there's no evidence, is there? You and I both heard them say as much.
It's true, we don't have evidence as such. Just yet. But the claims aren't baseless, you know.
What?
You heard me. Seeing as his operation's already been compromised, I would suggest that the court hears testimony from our East End branch employee over there.
I'll do whatever you say, my lady. Gasman's honor.
Juror number 1, you say you're a man of your word? If I could show that Mr. Shamspeare was a liar, you assured me that you would reconsider your decision about the defendant's guilt. Time to pony up now, buddy.
Yes, I did say that. As a man of my honor, I'll hold to it. I'm sure the other gentlemen of the jury will.
Thank you! Me?
Oh, well, yes. Now that we've figured out the man's a liar, perhaps we ought to consider the matter further. Well, if I'm perfectly honest, I haven't heard half of what you've all been saying. So if this means you recap a few points, that would suit me to the ground. Oh, no, I'm not having any part of this. I'll just trail over and done with.
In that case, I shall change my leaning.
So, Mr. William Shamspeare, if that is your real name, we of the jury demand to know exactly what kind of man you really are.
Yeah!
That... 4 jurors! 4 for not guilty!
Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Victory! Huh.
Oh no! Well, it's quite extraordinary, I must say. As a result of the defendant's summation examination, jurors' leanings has changed. Now only 2 jurors say guilty, whilst 4 say not guilty. Therefore declare this court to be in a state of discord. Disaccord, my bad. And order the trial to continue.
One fell swoop. That was pretty. That went really smoothly. And that's the second glass for the evening.
You spoilt the bouquet, Mr. Shamspeare.
I mean, I'd say throwing it into the fire has spoilt the bouquet more, but okay. I love his little face. He's so cute.
The ladies and gentlemen of the jury now find they are unable to trust you, the victim.
But your gods would give us some faults to make us men. So God mend me, I do swear. The gasman speaketh that which concerns him most, naught but gas, naught but thin air. Aye, it burneth bright a while, but it hath no substance, and it doth reek foul.
Oi! What you say? Do I take it, Mr. Shamspeare, they deny the allegations of gas thievery?
Most heartily, my lord. Hast thou forgot? I am as a seraph, an angel. Noble of mind, sweet of nature, and verily, honest of heart. I love his little body roll, it's so cute.
Ah! You flowery mouth pompous beanpole! Just because I haven't got the evidence yet.
Don't neck yourself, my dude. Calm down.
Mr. Shamspeare, if, in fact, you are not a noble of mind, sweet of nature, honest of heart, if you are a liar, then your testimony should have no sway in this courtroom.
Shamsi is just trying to use big words and fancy language to confuse his way out of a lawsuit. he's like a butterfly, you know, just fluttering his like colorful wings, being like, oh look here, confused, are you confused? I'm big. He truly reminds me of a butterfly. And in any other case, I would have been rooting for him, you know, if it weren't for the fact that he's trying to pin like grievous bodily harm on my client. I'd be like, yeah, go commit fraud. Love that for you. But alas, I can't cheer him on this one time.
It is in my considered opinion, at the present time, no other possible culprit of this crime has been identified. All testimony held by the court so far has thus heavily implicates the defendant. In short, it will not be unreasonable at this stage for me to rule on the case.
You can do that? Oh no! What? Then what's the point of a jury if you can just rule at any time? What the? Huh? Huh? Wait, what did he say?
However, in light of the fact the jury has expressed concern about the fidelity of this witness, I believe it will be inappropriate for this court not to pursue the point further.
Objection!
Oh my god, why'd you give me that heart attack then, dude? No, shut up. Shut up.
No one wants to hear your words. I assure you, my lord, that would be a waste of the court's time. The gas in this case are unrelated.
Carbon monoxide poisoning. I mean, even if it wasn't carbon monoxide poisoning that caused things to happen, I still think that having windowless rooms with gas is like a death trap, my dude.
Juror number 4.
Yes? Didn't you say before that although you had no hard evidence to prove this man has been stealing gas, you have strong grounds for suspecting him? That's right, we do. Don't we? Worker? Oh, because she's a queen and he's a worker bee?
Absolutely, Lady Queen Gasman's honor. Queen Bee! Queen Bee!
God. Wait, then what's his name? What's your name again? Are you like a worker bee or something like that? A drone bee. A drone bee? A drone bee? Meterman? Queen bee? Altamont? Okay. Oh shit, I can't go back? Oh, here we go.
Very well then, we'll hear your testimony now. You tell the court precisely why you believe the victim, Mr. William Shakespeare, has been stealing gas. Yes, my lord. Be my pleasure. And the ultimate gas.
If I may, my lord.
Go ahead, madame.
This worker's testimony may have a significant bearing on the good name of my husband's company. Therefore, I should like to take the stand alongside him in a supervisory role, if you don't mind.
Ahoo! Oh yeah, sweetest honey. Yeah.
Fuck. Is this guy simping for her? Like his wife, his boss's wife, like openly in court? What the hell?
Very well, as an exception, I shall honor your request.
Thank you, my lord. I love how in the last case, well, yeah, like the last case for them chronologically,
they were like, what? A juror take the stand as a witness? Unheard of, we will never do that. No precedent.
And then like, the next 2 days, they're like, oh yeah, sure, go ahead. Just head over to witness stand, no worries. Thank you, my lord.
Wait till the boss gives you an earful. Oh, it's gonna sting. You mark my words. And you both testify before the court. The subject of the illegal consumption of Altamont Gas Company fuel.
Yes. Is that clear, my good man?
As clear as Altamont gas, my lady. Which is the clearest in the world.
Do you think the gas has gone to his head, Mrs. Sato? I think the man is just a very dedicated employee, Mrs. Naruhodo. Wow. The Ultimate Gas Company investigation.
I'm proud to be the company's East End branch investigator and meter money collection agent. Ultimate gas meters
except through penny bits. Each coin giving customers about 2 hours of gorgeous gas. And yet, the meter in Mr. Shamsby's room didn't have a single coin in it. The meter doesn't appear to have been tampered with, though, and the collection agent has the only key. Somehow, he's using all the flaming gas he wants without paying a penny. If that's not thieving, what is? Wait. Oh my god, get off this stupid cutscene. I need to check my court record. Stop talking. I need to check a court record. Is he making coins? And he's using the bar of the soap as a mold? Like he presses the coin in, and then whatever the fuck it was that he used, like it evaporates or whatever, leaving behind no trace, right? Apparently, because we had this in our possession, and it like disappeared. So is he casting his own coins to get gas? Oh my fucking god. Respect, my dude. I respect the hustle. Oh my god, that's so... Oh no, now I'm gonna have to expose him. Oh, that feels bad. I feel bad for him. Anyway, sorry Barack, what were you saying? I wasn't paying attention. Ugh, it wasn't worth my attention. Pray the discourtesy. The irrelevance of this testimony caused me to turn to my hollow chalice. What do you mean by that remark, Lord Van Zykes? Did the massage Nipponese poison the gangly excuse of an actor, or didn't he? And it's all that should be concerning this court. And yet, we must listen to this abhorrence. That glass. Clearly what separates the vast British Empire and your Eastern Island nation is more than geographical distance. Yeah, we're nicer too. Fuck you. But this could turn out to be crucial testimony. The cost examination must go ahead. Two glasses and one bottle? There are people there! Oh my god. And you could hear a shadow against someone's head? Oh my fucking god. Bruh, you're gonna get sued. I hope you get sued. Do what you will. Lord Van Zykes appears to have been in a violent mood. Yeah. Oh my god, his fingers stretched. Yeah, right? When he first did that, that was like my #1 thought as well. Like, holy shit, with just 2 fingers? Is that like an empty bottle? Or like a half-full bottle? Did he drink all that wine already? Just... Ugh, still, what an asshole. Yes, he does. An attempted poisoning and an incident of gas theft with no supporting evidence. It's true they would appear completely unrelated at first glance, but I wonder, the truth tends to be buried in the most unusual places. The first step to uncovering it will be to establish just who and what this man really is. I wonder what he's using to cast his own coins, though. Proud to be company's East End branch investigator.
Hold it!
So does that mean you enter people's houses in order to empty the gas meters?
I do. Try to catch people when they're in it, and I ask permission to come inside and do my business.
Does that mean you've been into Mr. Natsume's room before, as well as that Mr. Shamsfield?
Oh, now, interesting as you should bring that up. I couldn't believe how little money was in his meter. I mean, how the pair of them survived the winter is beyond me, it really is.
Knowing Mr. Natsume, he probably spends all his gas money on books.
And then when he's finished reading them, he probably burns them for warmth.
No! That's sacrilege, Yunosuke.
Kindly read. Okay, I know this is a tangent, but I have to get this off my chest. You know in that...
what's that freaking movie called again? That End of the World movie. Not 2012. The Day After Tomorrow, I think? Where there's like a snap called like Ice Age. Like there's a huge tsunami that like wets everything, right? In like, I don't know, fucking New York, I assume? Because bad things only happen in New York, right? And then like there's a snap ice age, and like everything freezes, and there's people trapped in the library, and they're like, oh shit, you know, well, in order to stay warm, to stay alive, we just gotta stop burning the books because it's the only fuel source that we have. And then they're like, okay, what book should we burn? And then they're like, they look at the encyclopedias, and they're like, oh, we'll start from Z and work your way up to A or something like that. And I'm like, you fucking morons! This is the end of world scenario. An encyclopedia is arguably the most important resource you possibly have, since the internet's gonna be going down if you haven't got electricity or like servers to uphold shit. Just go to the trashy like I don't know, trashy freaking like fiction section, find some trashy like romance novels and burn those instead. Like there are like 1,001 things you could burn. You could burn the stupid furniture, it'll probably last longer as well in terms of burning. Like, don't burn the fucking encyclopedias, you idiots! Burn the fiction. Yeah, right? Not the only one who thought it. But yeah, sorry, I had to get that off my chest. Disaster movie characters sometimes have no brain. Yeah, for real! And like, when they survive, sometimes, like, I end up getting like annoyed that they, of all people, survived. I'm like, you morons. You did not deserve to survive this. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? Anyway, the day after tomorrow, I'm pretty sure it's called. It was a movie. It was a movie, alright. You will kindly, okay, back to the case. You will kindly reiterate your statement about the gas meters themselves, Mr. Meterman. Oh, what did you say, really? But as you wish. Ultimate gas meters accept third-penny bits, each coin giving customers about 2 hours of gorgeous gas.
Hold it!
How big are the third-penny bits? Third-penny? So all London houses have a gas supply that are fitted with gas meters, are they? And they're the latest model, the high-tech technology, developed by our company, Altamont Gas. And anyone who uses our gas will have to use these meters on their property, yes. So if a 3-pence coin gives 2 hours of gas, most people use about 3 coins in a night? Bit more than that, usually. They have both gas lights and a gas stove, that is. Thinking about it, Soseki-san doesn't have a fireplace in that room of his, does he? Some people choose to use candles, of course, and only have gas for heating. Ah, yes, I do remember seeing candles in Miss Natsume's room, actually. And how does the money in the gas meter, and the money get back to you in the gas company? Every 3 days, gasmen like me visit properties on the gas supply and empty the meter of coins. I must say, the design and manufacture of the new meter cost the company an awful lot of money. But happily, it did put a stop to people not paying their dues, for the most part. It's a horrible invention, and fuck you. Ah, because they have to pay in advance, you mean? Yes, exactly right. I mean, you're talking about a resource that could potentially save and or, like, kill a person, you know what I mean? Like, heat during snowy winters is, like, so important. So, like, denying people that seems kind of scummy, my dude. And yet the meter in Mr. Shams's room didn't have a single coin in it!
Hold it!
I feel really bad that I had to expose him. I kind of support his hustle. Out of interest, how long has this been going on? Weeks and weeks! It's pinching gas out of us for ages. Good for him. Can you examine the meter in Mr. Shams's room, I take it? Naturally. We took it off the wall and went over it with a fine-tooth comb. And found nothing suspicious at all, I presume. No, I'm afraid we didn't. Which is exactly why I demand a new type of meter to be produced. One with an indestructible lock. The Shamspear Special. Oh man. That sounds like it would have cost an awful lot of 3-penny pieces. Yeah, why couldn't you just let it go? What the hell's wrong with you? Even after that, the rascal's meter is still empty.
Never forget the humiliation when I opened up the money box and found it bare. You what? I said, you what? Look on his face! Smarmy smile of his!
He does have a smarmy smile.
Pulled the meter straight off the wall and took it back to the office. But you know what? Nothing. Not a trace of it being jammied anywhere. Not a single sign. What's happening to my salary as a result? Down by 3 shillings a day, that's what.
Wait, they pay you commission? That sucks. A life-threatening situation in a number of ways. Incidentally, what became of that meter?
Nothing became of it. Still got it.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Right here.
No wonder they call you the meterman.
Think it will be prudent for the court to sequester this item while the trial is ongoing.
Thank you. Shamsu's plan to cementing his name in history, forcing gas companies to invent a new meter machine. You know, in his own way, he's leaving his mark in the world, and you know what? Good for him. Definitely. Okay, let's check that out. Though at first glance, it doesn't appear to be anything unusual about it. Let's move this along, shall we? Continue with your testimony. Though I would say as much value as the contents of that meter.
Oh,
Wait, was there like something that could... what's it called again? Evaporate. Is that why it was like in the windowsill by the coal? So that he could like, you know... set it? Set it? It's a very sturdy looking padlock, isn't it? The money box is sealed with beeswax too. Oh, is that why they're all bee themed? It's because they use beeswax? So if Mr. Holmes were to get up to mischief, he'll be found out immediately. Mr. Naruhodo! Mischief of that kind is not the sort of thing that Mr. Holmes would... You know, you didn't finish that sentence, don't you? It's because she knows she can't apologize for him. Well, anyway, it's understandable that the gas company will want to safeguard the money that's rightfully theirs. But it does feel a little over the top, perhaps, doesn't it? Right? Oh, we can't get them to open it to show us what's inside? What was this? Oh, so the pipes would connect, I guess. Oh! Oh, what's... They spilled something, Mr. Naruhodo. Just here, it's a little hole. Do you see? Goodness, you're right. I wouldn't have noticed.
pretty big hole, dude.
It's not a very neat hole, is it? Not professionally made, I say. So, you think it may have been opened up by Mr. Shamspeare?
Possibly. It seems all the people at Ultimate Gas must have missed it.
Well, it certainly seems to go all the way through to the inside.
Yeah, but there's no way a coin would fit through there.
That's true. But even so, it seems a little more suspicious. More than a little suspicious. A tiny hole. Okay, I think that's all we're gonna get from it. Yep. Because then you can cast coins, and then when it melts, due to like room temperature or something, it'll just like dribble out the bottom. Oh, it dribbles out the bottom, which is why there's a huge stain underneath the thing. Oh, it's all coming together, folks. It's all coming together. But what he used? What did he use, I wonder?
Hold it!
There's only one key for all your meters? Well, in truth, there's another key in the company vault at our main office. But even if someone managed to get a hold of that key, we'll know if the coin box had been opened. All because of the wax. Oh? How? I came up with a rather clever way to expose any little shenanigans that happens.
Would you care to explain? Well now, in order to empty a meter, you have to unlock the padlock and remove the cover. When I close the cover again, I stick a little beeswax seal on it, you see?
A seal? Like the sort of thing you put on envelopes, you mean?
Something like that, yes. Basically, you can't remove the cover again without breaking the seal.
You know how easy those wax seals like are to remove, like invisibly with just a little bit of heat? Like, and metal conducts heat, so if you just heat it up a little bit, you could peel it off like no problem, I bet. It's kind of a shitty way for your shitty little schemes. Now, in the case of Mr. Shamspier's meter, if there were no coins inside at all, as I said.
But the seal had been broken either.
So that would mean Mr. Shamspier somehow managed to steal coins from inside the meter without opening it? It would seem so, but that would be impossible.
Now, using all the flaming gas he wants without paying a penny. It's not thieving, what is?
Hold it!
How do you know he's been using gas, though?
Well now, since I started investigating this bloke, I've been in his room more than a few times. And on every single occasion, his lamps have been blazing, his stove pounding. It's the middle of winter, and he still turns to me, sweat dripping down his cheeks, and says,
Get thee into a nunnery. Get thee to a nunnery.
Hamlets, indeed! Ah! I could wring the bloke's neck. I'm all hot under the collar, but still. Every time I open the flaming meter, it's empty! It's robbing me of my salary, too! What's wrong with the world? Where's justice?
Well, there was justice. Your company would be paying you your salary not based on commissions you get from how much you collect. That just seems like a broken system. I mean, what if you're in a less densely populated area? You just get less money? The fuck? But how can Mr. Shamspier possibly be stealing the money? I don't understand.
The simple explanation is right before your eyes.
What? He isn't? A toast to you eventually realizing that the gas man could be an accomplice. Oh, that's the way you think.
What? Good lord! Eminently plausible indeed.
Well, what do you have to say for yourself?
Oh, please, Lady Quimpy! I'm a faithful worker. And besides, the money us gasmen collect doesn't tell you how much gas has been used. You duck our pay by the same amount!
So you've been stealing money only to have the same amount taken from your wages. Clearly that makes no sense. Perhaps it's a case of losing the battle to win the war?
No! I would storm up that hornet's nest. If I was stealing from the company, I'll be finished!
It would seem there is no evidence to support the claims of thievery made against the victim. Because Mr. William Shamspier is innocent. 4th glass, 1 bottle. Pray, forgive me if that shatters some illusions my learned Nipponese friend was clearly under. Ugh. Okay, another it's like a nesting doll. Crimes within crimes. According to the testimony, it's only the meter in Shamspier's room that's under suspicion. It does seem as though perhaps it's nothing to do with the incident involving Miss Natsume. I know it doesn't seem that way, but the fact is, since I've been practicing law in England, I feel as though I've encountered this at least once already. Cases that are interlinked. Oh, you might say that 2 cases have nothing to do with one another at first, but in fact, they're intimately connected. Yes, we have experienced that before, haven't we? I wonder if this is another instance.
Perhaps. We can't be sure of that yet.
Okay, I'm investigating Shamspier so earnestly. Clearly he has something to hide, and I know what it is. I think I'll just present the gas. Oh, sorry, press what did you say, Pronouncea? Oh yeah, how does he manage to steal gas? I don't know what to present or how to present to which one. I could have presented this one. Can I?
Objection!
Will that work? No! Penalized! Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. You know what? That's fair. You know what? I'm just playing the devil's advocate. Yes, you do have something of the devil in you, Miss Natsume. Well, you know. Devil's in the details. And I've got my details all wrong. Okay. How do I... This one? I mean, let's check this out again. Yeah, I'm almost certain that he's making his own coins, and then that's evidence. That's evidence, and this is evidence. But do I present this instead? How do I be like he's minting his own coins? Okay, well, let's just try that again. I've pressed everything already. Oh, you know what? Let's give that another go.
Objection!
Nope. Okay. Okay, I'll see what Sasato has to say. Sasato, give me some clues, please. I think perhaps it itself is the contradiction. Okay. Sasato, give me some clues. I'll get to the end and ask Sasato-san. Sasato. So, is it the meter? Should I show the meter instead? Use the interlinked. Okay, something to it. How is he stealing the gas? Okay, alright.
Hold it!
How long's it been going on? Weeks and weeks? Yeah, this is all old things. Nothing suspicious. Indestructible locks. Chance to be special. Should I show the meter with a hole in the bottom? I guess I'll try that. Because it doesn't appear to be tampered with, but it does appear to be tampered with because there's a hole in the base, right? Yeah. Okay. Finally. we're gonna work through it and get to it somehow. Lady Altamont, I'm afraid to say that the meter clearly does show sign of having been tampered with. What? Get away! I've been over and over that thing. I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with it. In that case, what do you have to say about this small hole that's been made at the base of the coin box? Oh? What? You're right! You're quite right! There's a little hole there! The meter's not supposed to have that! None of the others do! In other words, we can assume that Mr. Shamspeare secretly opened this hole himself. Yes, I wouldn't be at all surprised, but why?
Yeah, why? I mean, it's tiny! You wanna get farther into that?
Farther. Lady Altamont, I wonder if you could give the court some more details about your meter design. What sort of details? Well, what I specifically like to know is how it differentiates coins. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Sorry, I jumped the gun with the soap. But now we're getting somewhere. How does the meter tell the difference between different coins? What do you mean? Well, for example, if someone were to put a 1 penny coin, that wouldn't work, presumably, would it? No, of course not. So, well, how does the meter know that the coin's been fed is a 3rd penny bit? I see what you're getting at now. The meter tells the coins apart by their shape and size, which includes their thickness. A 3rd penny bit is about 3/4 of an inch in diameter, you see. Other coins just wouldn't fit. I see. It's clearly been very well thought out.
Witness will amend her formal testimony with that information in case it is pertinent.
In when it is pertinent. As you wish, my lord. Excellent, new testimony. Coin's exact diameter and thickness of a 3rd penny bit. Nothing else will show.
Hold it!
Can you give me an example of 3rd penny bit? But conversely then, it would seem that anything matching the 3rd penny coin exactly in terms of diameter and thickness could equally well be used. Would that be true? Well, yes, in a way. The weight comes off onto it a certain extent as well.
Thought that through though anyway. If I find any fake coins inside the coin box when I empty the meter, the contract says the customer has to pay 100 times the amount they diddled as a fine.
Live for moments like that, as Gusmen do. Live for them.
Well, it seems the gas company has thought of everything. Wahoo! Hooray for gas! Hooray for cash! Ultimate all the way!
That's quite enough of that. Remind me, how big are 30 bits? About 3/4 of an inch across. What do you think, Miss Naruhodo? Is this 2 centimeter measurement significant? Or perhaps there's some other aspects of the meter's construction we should be focusing on? No. Meter can be dismantled, for example. Oh yeah, let's go deeper. How could the meter be dismantled? Dismantled? Yes, given that there are no signs of it having been forced. I'm wondering if it could be rather being broken open, it might have been taken apart. Well, yes, it does make some sense. The padlocks are made by a first-class locksmith from the finest quality steel, and the meter box itself is made from plate steel as well, welded shut to ensure it can't be opened again. I can assure you it's quite impossible to dismantle it.
Oh yeah! Nothing leaks from the ultimate meter! No coins, no gas, no nothing. I see.
Okay, so that didn't give us as much information as I wanted. But I get that information in case it's pertinent. Orders the meter are welded shut, and the lock is made from solid steel. There's no way to dismantle it. Wait. Wait, what? Oh, they changed it.
Hold it!
Wait, I want the other stuff back.
Has anyone ever tried? Oh yeah, they've tried. But they've given up before long.
After all, if they actually broke the meter, the company will be able to take legal action. Yes, that does make sense. What do you think, Miss Naruhodo? Is the will restriction significant? No, it's not. Yeah, I want to know about the coin again, please. Let's delve deeper. Yeah, that. Let's delve deeper. I want that back. Oh man, sorry. I need to speed through a lot of text. And then I need to show them some soap. Okay. 2 centimeters and a little thing. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Got it back now. Okay. Oops. Skipped that accidentally. God damn it! I keep doing it. Okay, here we go. Present. So.
Objection!
Physical pain! How is it contradictory? Okay. But I need to inspect it again or something? Okay, never mind. No, this is fine. This is fine. Fuck you. Okay, let me just go through the court record, I guess. Don't forget to save. Oh god, yeah, I should remember to save, shouldn't I? Oh, yeah, so now I can look at it again. Ah, I didn't look at it again. Circular pressure on this side, about 2 centimeters across. Or 3/4 of an inch. Do you think? I can't believe it wouldn't let me just because I didn't look at it again, even though I looked at it before. I'm so I'm so angry. We did find the soap at the scene, didn't we? Yes, there were 2 bars on that little ledge just outside the window. So we took this one. And I'm sure that when we first found it, there was some sort of reddish medallion in the middle there. I remember it clearly. Yes, but there's no sign of it now. Where could it have gone? So fucking angry, man. Okay. You know what? I will save. Just in case it cucks me again. I'm going against my nature by saving. And let's try that exact same... Oh shit, I press instead. Let's try that exact same piece of evidence, but now that it's been updated again, let's see if that works. Ugh, God. Three-quarters of an inch across. No, we're not gonna dive deeper. No, leave it. Okay, thank you. And let's... As I was saying, altimeters are unsurpassed. They can't be manipulated. And yet, they have been manipulated.
Objection!
Fuck you, game. Fuck you. Okay. That's fine. I didn't need that penalty anyway. I still have 2 more. I'm fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Let me just confirm something here. The diameter of thickness were to be correct. The meter would accept any object as if it were a threepenny bit. Is that correct? Thank you for trying to calm me down. But I swear, my rage is justified. It is justified. This game? Ugh. Yes, that is correct. See, this is what I really hate about Ace Attorney games sometimes, is that I know the answer, but I'm like, I have to jump through all these stupid hoops for the game to accept the answer as, like, irrelevant. God. Well, by something of a coincidence, while we were investigating in Mr. Shamsphere's room, we found a particular item that matches the dimensions perfectly. Something that's the same size as a threepenny bit? What is it? The item in question is this. Ugh. Have you been inhaling gas? That's a bar of soup. Oh yeah, just turn it around. Just turn it around. And it looks nothing like a threepenny bit, I must say. Looks like I'm going to have to point out exactly what I mean here. Why couldn't you just accept the soap before and then not penalize me? And then when it gets to this point, if the person didn't know what they were saying, they can get penalized. But since I know what I'm saying, I could just be like, you know, just turn the bitch around. Yeah. Fuck you, game. You have to turn over the soap to see what I mean. Ah. Are you referring to the round depression in the middle of the soap there? That's right. A depression that's approximately 3/4 of an inch in diameter. Or, in other words, almost exactly the same size as a threepenny bit. Get away!
Does anyone here have in a position a threepenny bit? Quickly now, hand over your coins, ladies and gentlemen.
That sounds rather like a highway robbery, doesn't it?
Just burgling the public gallery for coins. Oh, it did get one from the public gallery. Thanks to a kind member of the public gallery, I have here a threepenny bit. Now, to see if it fits.
Exactly.
My word! It couldn't be more snug.
Yes, as I suspected.
This, without a doubt, is a vital clue to explain how the ultimate gas company is being defrauded.
Well, I don't believe it. Oh, they strapped all the way down, like a bee.
The course session suddenly turned interactive. Yeah, gosh. It makes court more fun, don't you think? If only real life courts were like this. So, your assertion amounts to what? Some kind of inferior bar of soap has a tentative connection to the theft of gas?
Yes!
The depression in the soap was clearly made by a threepenny bit. I must concur at least. Pushing a coin with some force into poor quality bar soap such as this is a remarkably simple way of replicating the coin shape. And you could use, well, some melted wax or something to pour into the mold. You could make fake coins in no time. Yeah. This brings all the pieces of the puzzle together.
It's the method Mr. Shamsby has been using to steal the gas. That's the missing link. And now, I follow the chain of thought. It's going to bring me to a new explanation for what happened that nobody considered yet. But this is all nonsense. The man's been making fake coins. My worker would have found them when he emptied the meter. Not because of the hole.
Quite true, Lady Altamont. The absence of some black magic could make him disappear.
I see. That's what we're dealing with, is it? It's one for black magic. It would cause the coins to disappear into thin air. Yes. Evaporation. Exactly. The meter here gives it away. What on earth? There are remnants of the magical method used, visible in the gas meter, taken from the victim's room.
That's your assertion, counsel? Defense will identify the remnants of the court at once.
Let me just...
Where in the meter could the remnants of the method used to make the coins disappear be seen?
Alright, let me just turn this around and
Got it!
we found this bar of soap at the scene of the crime, just outside the victim's window.
Outside?
Yes, outside, where you yourself, Mr. Meterman, were loitering in the freezing winter air. That's where we found the soap.
Ah! I get it!
That's right. The answer, of course, is evaporate. Oh, it's ice.
Did you say ice?
Mr. Shamsby has been leaving soaps like this outside his window each evening, filled with water. After a night out in the bitter cold, the water is completely frozen solid the next morning. Then he takes his fake coins of ice and feeds them into the gas meter, giving him life and warmth in stays. And his room becomes very comfortably warm. The ice now inside the meter's coin box melts, turning back into water, draining harmlessly away to the small hole made on the underside of the meter. That is how, without leaving any evidence of his wrongdoings, this man's been stealing Altamont gas. Just like that. So simply. Is he trying to make us look like idiots? He's been fooling us with some bars of soap and some water? That's right, madam. I don't believe it! It can't be true. Do you have any idea how much money we spent to develop that new meter? Well, sometimes the easiest way is the best way. I love how this went from solving a poison sham spear to figure out how to steal a meter. I know, right? The poor victim ends up being the culprit now, right? Gosh, I feel really bad for exposing his hustle. Because honestly, like, girl, me too. But like, you know, you try to pin a crime on my friend, so I can't let you go off that easily. Do you have the audacity to suggest that a bit of soap and some water can render it totally useless? I'm fairly sure I didn't design it. Evidence! Sorry? I want evidence! You're gonna stand there and tell me I'll meet this rubbish? I wanna see proof! I helped you solve a crime and you're gonna take it out on me? What the fuck? She's not very good at enforcing accountability, is she? Doesn't matter. I've already figured this out. Fuck you guys. Fuck all of you. Very well, Lady Altamont. If you like evidence, I'll prove it. What? It's not Horo. Are you saying... You actually have evidence for this theory? Yeah, the watermark on the ground. We have the picture. I did notice a trace of something that bothered me a little at the time. I have a feeling that this theory we've come up with, I could explain it. His evidence to substantiate the theory about Mr. Shamspeare stealing gas is this.
Take that!
No worries. This is a photograph of the scene at the point when the victim was discovered, taken by Inspector Gregson. It clearly shows the remnants of the crime carried out by Mr. Shamspeare. What remnants? You can see here the gas meter on the wall in Mr. Shamspeare's room. Now, look closely at the floorboards directly underneath the meter. What is that? Some kind of crummy stain? Almost certainly. It's a water stain, resulting from the liquid that drains out of the hole made in the meter. If one coin gives around 2 hours of gas usage, then and the occupant was heating his room at all waking hours, we can imagine he would have used around 10 of his fake coins each day. The melting ice inside the meter's coin box would have been dripping out almost constantly, leaving a stain on the floor. This is awful! And there's further evidence too. Mrs. Shamsier slumped over his table, apparently having consumed damn it. I went and googled it and I forgot strychnine? Strychnine? And right there next to him is a bar of soap, broken in half. You're right.
It would appear to me then, Counsel, the man was eating the soap, was he?
No! He's carving it out.
Pardon me for disagreeing with your lordship, but
Certainly not. He didn't beat about the bush there, did he? In truth, Mr. Shamsfield was found with a fork in his hand.
a meal of soap sounded increasingly likely, Lord Benzai. You don't mean to say he was using that fork too?
Yeah. To extract a frozen coin from the bar of soap. Yeah. But the bar broke in half. So perhaps it didn't go very well.
Good gracious!
Two bottles! In one case! Lord Van Zykes?
I was throwing my hand up in despair, and just happened to take this wine bottle along with it.
Fuck you, man. There are people there, come on.
It happened to catch my hollowed bottle on the way. Pray, forgive my mandaloric mistake. What is the meaning of this, Counsel?
Oh yeah, thank you. Hold him accountable for throwing wine at the public gallery. Gosh.
Allow me to pose my learned friend a question.
What exactly did you establish with your most recent complex examination? Oh, well... that Mr. William Shakespeare is a liar and a thief. In other words, that his testimony is unreliable.
That's it? That's exactly it! Dang, his arm's so buff he didn't even notice the weight of a whole wine bottle! For real! Oh my gosh. Damn, like what exercises do you even do to have that kind of grip strength? You're a prosecutor. Do you practice like pointing exercises every day to get that finger strength up so you can just an entire wine bottle? It's crazy. Very well. Let us assume the man is a liar. Now allow me to pose another question. What possible difference does that make? Well, we know that suicide can be discounted. Scotland Yard's investigation revealed no signs of another vessel that contained poison. And on the night in question, there were no visitors to the room except the accused. The young gasman's testimony, which we have seen no reason to doubt, has confirmed that. Furthermore, the only possible way the poison could have emptied the victim's body is via the tea. The court has seen no evidence whatsoever to suggest otherwise. Even if William Shakespeare is the liar you claim him to be, these facts have been objectively established. There's no escaping it. Therefore, in light of these facts, prosecution falls for immediate adjudication.
No, remember how the coin was red? Did he get, like, gas? Like, was the poison inhaled instead? What?
Order! Order! Well, counsel, how does the defense respond?
It's not a horo!
What was the point of that last cross-examination? Did it actually get us anywhere? Did it make no difference at all, like Lord Van Zykes is saying?
Well, I don't think I can wait and see. I have to do something. So I suppose I'll raise an objection and see where it takes me. Ah!
No! This isn't over! The defense will not rest!
What?
But Counsel, you successfully explained everything. You've identified and substantiated the unscrupulous method employed by Mrs. Shamsia to consume gas. More is there to discuss?
Well, Van Zyke just highlighted 3 facts in order to make his point. But contrary to what he would have the court to believe, none of them have been objectively established at all. What are you trying to say, my Nipponese friend? At least one of the so-called facts is an assumption, made due to lack of evidence. The tea being poisoned, right? But the situation has changed now following the cross-examination of the latest witness to take the stand. Or maybe not.
Don't be absurd.
What is this nonsense? Yes, when you bring everything we've learned so far together and consider it as a whole, it's clear. The question we need to reconsider, namely... Oh, I guess this was my first thought. Was the poison in the tea? Which I guess also corresponds with that. Wait, shit. I can't believe this is happening again. When my very first case this happened, where I was like,
oh, another entrance? Or is there another way? Like, it was...
like, either one of these feasibly... Okay, you know what? I'll just go for my gut. I still have 2. I still have one free false answer, I guess. Oh, good. Thank God. We've all been led to believe that the strychnine poison that afflicted Mr. Shamspeare was in the tea brought to him by Miss Natsume. But that's conjecture at best.
Objection!
The victim has testified that nothing else passed his lips that night. There's no other possibility. And since there was no trace of the tea left at the scene, it couldn't be tested for traces of poison.
Objection!
As I said, the situation has changed. Because, in fact, some of Mr. Natsume's tea was left at the scene. Oh, it was red because he used the tea. A particular piece of evidence proves it.
Objection!
A ludicrous claim. Scotland Yard detectives investigated the scene exhaustively. What evidence are you suggesting they missed? Oh, because the water pumps at night, they freeze, so he didn't have any water. So he only had the tea to make his fake little coins with. Oh my gosh. What evidence are you suggesting they missed?
Defense has made a bold claim indeed. Very well, counsel. Present your proof.
What evidence from this scene of crime can tell us about the nature of the defendant's tea? This one?
Take that!
Good gracious! The soap again? The same bar that the victim used to fashion his coins of ice?
Yes, that's right, my lord. It just came back to me. Something about when we first found this bar of soap at the scene yesterday. It's more bars of soap. Soap? What are bars of soap doing lined up on the ledge outside the window? I'm quite certain that when we originally stumbled upon the bars of soap, there was actually a frozen coin in each bar. So you discovered the gaseous coin factory. Fascinating. In a way, yes, but there's more. The coins we found in the soap at the time weren't normal ice.
There was something strange about them, you say?
Exactly. Something very obviously strange. They were red. Ice was red. SCP-86. Dude just wanted some tea flavored in his soap popsicles. DIY home popsicles. If you don't have a mold, no worries. Just make one with soap.
No, you mean...
That's right. It's obvious to me now. The fake coins in that soap were made from frozen tea.
What?
I will remind the court of a statement made by Miss Natsume earlier in this trial.
The evening, yes,
I did take some freshly brewed tea with me when I visited Mr. Shamspeare's room, as a gift. The public water pump outside always freezes at night, so I bought bottled water especially to make it. And this is the result! Never want to touch tea again! Never! Okay, so hopefully the tea isn't poisoned, which means he was poisoned another way. Oh, I wonder how he was poisoned then.
Ah, yes, I believe there's a snowfall that day. It's particularly cold. Sadly, on such occasions, the poorly constructed water mains in the East End are prone to freezing.
So on the night in question, Mr. Shamspeare, having no running water to use, was forced to use the tea brought by Mr. Natsume in order to make his fake coins.
My word!
There were 2 bars of soap on the window ledge when my judicial assistant and I investigated the scene. That's right, and we only borrowed one of them. Which means that even as we speak, some of the defendant's tea is still present at the scene of the crime. Frozen solid in a bar of soap outside Mr. Shamspeare's window.
Extraordinary!
Earlier today, Inspector Gregson informed the court that even 1 drop of tea remained, Scotland Yard will be able to analyze it for poison. As such, we are now in a position to prove or disprove what has now been mere conjecture. By finding out for sure whether or not Mr. Natsume's tea is actually contained strychnine at all.
Ugh, you smug Nipponese!
Just die mad. Fuck you.
My lord,
We cannot do the defendant the injustice of passing judgment now. The police should be dispatched to recover the remaining bar of soap at the scene at once. And the defense requests a thorough analysis of the frozen tea embedded in it to determine whether or not it contains any poison. Yeah! Got him!
Bailiff! Bailiff! Instruct the police to attend to the scene at once. Yes, my lord. Understood.
Yeah! As long as the tea wasn't actually poisoned.
It would seem we have no choice but to suspend these proceedings for the time being.
Oh.
Trust you have no objection, Lord Van Zykes? None, my lord. Scotland Yard will recover the tea from the scene and carry out the requisite tests immediately. Trial resume at the same hour.
Oh, tomorrow. Oh, we get a day. Excellent.
Prosecution defense may conduct further investigations as appropriate in the interim.
Yes, finally! So I thought only 1 day for investigation was not enough. A second day. Let's go. Yes, my lord. Whew. We did it. God, that was hard, but we did it. Well, we managed to scrape through there somehow.
Thank you, counsels. Court is adjourned until tomorrow.
Fuck. Oh, man. Oh, Shamspeare. To be continued. Oh, Shamspeare. You are a fun character, but you're really busting my balls over here. You know that? God, this case even forced me to save, which is something I should do more regularly. I never save, but gosh, hopefully I will get all my penalties back and I won't have to worry about it next case. Oh gosh, that was down to the wire. But wow, how the hell was he poisoned then, I wonder? If not in the tea, I guess we'll find out. I'll guess we found out the next case, the next session. Find out tomorrow in game, and out of game we'll find out on Wednesday, same time as always, 7 p.m. I guess we'll just continue then. I have nothing more to say. This case has just been leading me on the entire time. I have no theories. I have no thoughts. Yeah, absolutely. I guess I'm just sitting here and just waiting for things as they come. Gosh, can you imagine being poor oh wow, my mind. Poor Soseki-san. Gods. Well, that's all for now. We uncovered some fraud and have not yet proved our defendant innocent. So hopefully that's later this week. Well, as always, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for being patient with me as I went fucking off the deep end, being mad at this stupid game. for not letting me do things the way I want to do it. But that's alright. We got there in the end. So as always, thanks for coming, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Please stay warm and dry in this horrid weather we're having. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye!